It's in a field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball. On a windy, warm afternoon here in Salt Lake City, the Stingers take on the Sacramento River Cats in Game 2 of a 4-game series. The Stingers falling to the River Cats in the opening game of the series last night by a score of 7-3. Stingers came from a 2-0 deficit to take a 3-2 lead on a pair of runs in the bottom of the 7th on RBI singles by Adam Pavkovich and Chris Prieto. But the River Cats would come back against the Stingers bullpen and score 5 runs in the 8th inning. An RBI single by Andrew Beatty tied the game. A bases-loaded walk to Mike Rouse put the River Cats ahead by a run. And then Brant Colomarino drove in a pair with a single. And then they capped off their scoring on a double by John Baker. The River Cats go on to win it by a score of 7-3. So Sacramento has now won 4 of the 5 meetings between the two teams, and overall the Stingers have now dropped 8 of their last 10. It was also the 5th series in a row that the Stingers have dropped Game 1 of the set. With the Stingers' loss, and Portland's come from behind 6-4 win over Tacoma, the Portland Beavers now have a 1.5-game lead over the second-place Stingers. Portland has now won 14 of their last 18 games. Meanwhile, the Stingers a game and a half back. Tacoma trails by 2.5, and Colorado Springs trails by 3 as the Sky Sox lose in 11 to Tucson 4-3. Over in the Pacific South, Sacramento with their win at 31-26, 1 game better than second place Las Vegas. Tucson trails by 2, and Fresno is 5 games off the pace. Taking a look at the other 2 divisions of the American North, Nashville leads Memphis by 1, Omaha by 6, and Iowa by 6.5. And in the American South, Oklahoma holds a 1-game lead over Albuquerque. They're 5 better than Round Rock and 7.5 ahead of New Orleans. The pitching matchup for the game for the Stingers, it's going to be right-hander Chris Buchek in his first mound appearance. It's coming back from the Angels. And for the River Cats, it'll be veteran knuckleballer Steve Sparks, who was supposed to start a game here in April for the Portland Beavers, but got released the night before. So right now, let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the visiting Sacramento River Cats, managed by Tony DeFrancesco. Leading off, the center fielder, Freddie Bynum. Batting second, the left fielder, Sean Garrett. Hitting third and playing third base, Keith Ginter. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Jack Cuss. Hitting fifth and playing second base, Andrew Beatty. Hitting sixth, the right fielder, Matt Watson. Batting seventh and playing first base, Brant Colomarino. Hitting eighth, the shortstop, Mike Rouse. And batting ninth and catching, Steve Jackson. Pitching for the River Cats will be right-hander Steve Sparks. For the homestanding Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Dino Evil, leading off the center fielder, Chris Prieto. Batting second, the first baseman, Zach Sorensen. Hitting third and playing left field, Nick Gordeau. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Brian Gordon. Hitting fifth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Luke Allen. Hitting seventh, the third baseman, Adam Pavkovich. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Brian Speck. And hitting ninth is the shortstop, David Matringa. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Chris Buchek. The umpires are assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Peter Durfee is behind the plate. Angel Campos is at first. And the crew chief, Ramon Armendariz, will be the arbiter over at third. It's the Stingers and the River Cats. Game 2 of a 4-game series. If you can, come on out. Otherwise, stay with us. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine set up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan. loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
So it's spring, and you can't wait to get out of doors and take the family to Mulligan's Golf and Games. You'll enjoy 36 holes of miniature golf, the state's largest driving range, baseball and softball batting cages, practice greens and bunkers, along with 2 beautiful 9-hole golf courses. At Mulligan's, they offer something for the entire family. And coming soon, Mulligan's will have the famous iceberg shakes. Mulligan's, open early and fully lighted well into the night. Mulligan's, half-mile west of I-15 on 106 South, open every day. Good Christmas. KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. Talk to all, go on. This is the SPF Radio AM 1230, worldwide leader in sports.
And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. The Stingers have taken the diamond for this afternoon's game, so let's take them around to their positions defensively. Nick Corneau is in left, Chris Prieto in center, and Luke Allen is in right. Adam Patkovich is at third base. David Petringa at short. Brian Specht at second. And Zach Sorensen is at first. The battery of Chris Butchek pitching. And Jeff Mathis catching. For Chris, this will be his first start since coming back from a second stint with the Angels. With the Stingers so far this year, this will be his 7th start. In 29 1/3 innings, he's given up 33 hits, 18 runs, 16 of them earned. He has struck out 24 and walked 15. No hit batters or wild pitches, and 2 home runs allowed. Butchek has 1-2 and lost 1 with a 4.91 earned run average. PCL batting .289 against right-hander Chris Butchek. So Chris finishing up his warm-up tosses. The Stingers in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in navy blue. Sacramento wearing their burgundy tops with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in white. So the Stingers and the River Cats getting ready to go here on this Sunday afternoon here in Salt Lake City. Chris Butchek, 6'5", 200 pounds in his 5th year, has made 2 trips to the Angels and so far has been outstanding. He has combined to throw 9 scoreless innings in April, an inning and 2/3 on the 11th at Texas, and 3 1/3 scoreless innings against the Mariners on April 19th at Angel Stadium. And then back at home on May 28th in Anaheim, he pitched 4 scoreless innings to record a save, allowing 2 hits and no runs against the Kansas City Royals in relief of Calvin Escobar. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Sunday afternoon here in Salt Lake City. And to lead things off for the River Cats will be the center fielder, Freddie Bynum, batting .243, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 20 runs batted in. Bynum 2 for 4 in last night's game. Butchek ready, and the first pitch on the way. And it's a fastball high, ball 1. No, 1 ball, no strikes the count. Outfield shaded towards left for Bynum as Butchek delivers. A fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Chris, a first-round pick of the Angels, 20th selection overall out of Auburn. Now Chris ready is motion for the 2-0. Fastball strike to the outside corner at the knees. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Stingers' parent club, the Angels, are at Boston today. Take on the Red Sox. The rubber game of that series. There's a fastball in at the knees for a strike, 2-2. Red Sox took a 3-0 lead in the 4th, but the Angels, with 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 now in the 7th, have tied the Red Sox at 3. Now Buchek winds the 2-2 to Bynum. Swinging a ground ball towards third, backing up on it. Patkovich slips as he gets set to throw, and his throw is late at first base. Patkovich had his feet go out from under him as he was trying to set to make the throw, and that cost him the out. So a runner at first base and nobody out for the left fielder, Sean Garrett. Hitting .299, 9 doubles, 4 homers, 27 runs batted in, 1 for 4 last night. And will go as an infield hit as Patkovich stumbles going to his left to pick up the ball. A runner at first base, nobody out. Garrett the batter. Bynum 4 out of 6 in the stolen base department this year, over at first. Has a big lead over there. Buchek delivers, and it's a fastball high, ball 1. Garrett, a switch hitter, batting to the left side against the right-hander Buchek. 81 degrees here at game time, with stiff wind blowing out of the south in from right field. Now Buchek ready from the belt. The turn of the toss to first, and Bynum dives back in safely. Stingers at 28 and 27, trying to avoid falling to 500 for the first time this year. Now Buchek ready. Taking his time, and again turns and throws to first. Close play, but again Bynum's back in safely. Zach Sorensen over at first base today, so the glove is on the left hand, so it's a backhanded swipe for a tag, and that costs you sometimes just enough. It's one of the things about having Casey Kochman there, not only the glove on the left hand, or on the right hand rather, but he had one of the quickest tags I think I've ever seen. 1 ball, no strikes on Garrett. The pitch, swinging a fastball and a foul back into the screen. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway on a Sunday afternoon. Freddie Bynum, the runner at first base, on the infield single with nobody out. Buchek stares in, gets his sign. Mathis behind the plate on a day game after a night game. Buchek ready, the 1-1. Up and in, leans Garrett out of the way. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Chris, second all-time in career wins in a Salt Lake uniform. He has I believe it's 25. The pitch on the way. Fastball high. Snap toward the first. And Bynum's back in safely. But now the count on Garrett's 3 balls and 1 strike. Buchek with 25 wins as he passed Mark Redmond on the all-time list this year. But he's behind in the count here. 3-1. Infield double play depth behind Chris. Now Buchek ready. The 3-1 home. Fastball in at the letters for a strike, and that fills the count at 3-2. As Garrett had started to toss his bat aside, thinking that was maybe high for ball 4. Instead, the count is full at 3-2. Outfield shaded around towards left. Buchek ready. The payoff pitch. Bynum goes, and the pitch is swung on, lifted into left center field. Coming on Gorneau to make the catch, and Bynum scampers back to first base. So Garrett flies to Gorneau, 1 away, and that'll bring up Keith Ginter, the third baseman. Ginter batting .238, 3 doubles and 4 runs batted in. 0 for 4 yesterday. Ginter started the year with Oakland, hit just .169 with 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 18 runs batted in. So 1 on, 1 out. And Buchek's pitch is a breaking ball, strike, and it's an A's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Ginter, who was second on the Milwaukee Brewers last year with 19 homers. Former All-American at Texas Tech. Outfield, deep and around towards left. Luchek ready. The 0-1 pitch. Just missed inside of the belt, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base. Freddie Bynum, good speed. Now Luchek, the turn of the toss to first. And again, Bynum dives back in, head first. And 2 more games against the River Cats tomorrow night and Tuesday night. An off day Wednesday before the Fresno Grizzlies come to town. 1-1 the count, the pitch. Gitzer takes a fastball high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Got a good crowd here on this Sunday afternoon. For the ticket promotion. Maybe the biggest Sunday crowd I think I've ever seen in this ballpark. With the exception of a couple of Sunday holidays. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, line towards right. Coming on, Luke Allen slides to make the catch. Fires back to first, and they get the double play. Luke Allen with a sliding grab on the turf in right. Came up with a catch and very quickly fired a strike on 1 hop to first to double off Bynum. So no runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Sacramento nothing. The Stingers are coming to bat here on ESPN 1230.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
When the game's on the line and the home crowd's getting restless, there's only one thing you want to see at the plate. Carl Budding thin sliced meats. With 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef, Budding has the variety to handle anything your team throws at it. Convenience like that is always a game winner. And you know you can count on Budding to deliver plenty of power in the taste department. Hey, so pencil Carl Budding into your lineup for a home run every time.
Inning, no score. And defensively for Sacramento, Sean Garrett's in left. Freddie Bynum in center. Matt Watson in right. Keith Gitzer at third. Mike Rouse at short. Andrew Beatty at second. And Brant Colamarino is at first. A battery of Steve Spark pitching. And Steve Jackson catching. Spark so far for Sacramento is making his 5th start. In 22 innings, he's given up 29 hits, 17 runs, all earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 9. He's 2-2 with a 6.85 earned run average. PCL batting .319 against Sparks, and the knuckleball floats in high to Chris Prieto. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Sparks was 2-0 with Portland prior to his release. Now the pitch on the way, and that knuckles in for a strike. 1-1. Sparks in his 19th professional season. He has pitched in 270 major league games, 182 of them starts. Here's Prieto swinging and hitting a 1-hopper to first. Colamarino has it. He'll take it 3 steps to the bag for out number 1. So Prieto retired. Here's Zach Sorensen, the first baseman, batting .260. 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 15 runs batted in. Sparks, 39 years old. He's pitched for a couple of different PCL teams, but this is his first ever appearance against Salt Lake. Sorensen takes the knuckleball low, ball 1. Last year he spent his entire season with Arizona. 29 appearances, 8 starts for the Diamondbacks. Next pitch inside at the knees for a ball, 2-0. He was 3 and 7 for the Diamondbacks with a 6.04 earned run average. Now the 2-0. Sorensen takes a strike on the inside corner above the knees. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Sparks ready. The 2-1 delivery. Swing and a fastball, a foul tip into the glove of Jackson for a strike, and it's 2-2. Sparks originally drafted by the Brewers back in 1987. Now the 2-2 to Sorensen. That knuckles down low for a ball, and it fills the count at 3-2. Sparks has pitched in the major leagues for Milwaukee, the Angels, Detroit, Oakland, and Arizona. 3-2 payoff pitch to Sorensen, swinging a shot right underneath the knee of Colomarino into right field, and Sorensen's aboard with 1 out. Hard hit ground ball, and as Colomarino went down to try to backhand that ball, it looked like the ball literally went under his knee, and so Sorensen's aboard with a 1-out single. That'll bring up Nick Cornell, the left fielder, batting .315, 13 doubles, 5 triples, 7 homers, 33 runs batted in. Cornell at the plate waiting. Nick swings and fouls it off. First base side out of play. And a good catch by the fan with a glove up in the upper deck. 1 strike to count on Gorno. Now Sparks ready. The 0-1 pitch. There goes Sorensen. The pitch is low. The throw bounces into second base, and safe with a stolen base is Zach Sorensen. Second baseman Andrew Beatty there with the tag, but third base umpire Ramon Armendariz saying Sorensen got in underneath it. So Zach with his 4th steal and 6 tries. And the count on Gorno is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Lead run at scoring position at second base with 1 out. As Gorno takes the knuckleball low, ball 2. There's not too many knuckleballers around these days, so a lot of these younger hitters have probably seen very few, if any. Now the 2-1 pitch. Gorno swings and he misses 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brian Gort, the designated hitter, due next. And a very strong wind out of the south blowing in from right field. Now the 2-2. Strike 3 called. A knuckleball in at the knees. 2 down here in the first. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, the designated hitter. Brian batting .286. 10 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in for Brian. Gordon 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. As he extended his hitting streak to 8 straight games. Now has 4 hits and 13 at-bats against the River Cats. Strike called 0-1. It was a week ago today that Brian hit the pinch hit 3-run game-winning homer in the 9th inning to beat the River Cats. 0-1 the count. Sorensen out at second. 2 down. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Sparks delivers, and it's outside at the knees for a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of folks enjoying themselves out on the berm and left and right field. Now Sparks ready. The 1-1. Swing a little broken bat roller. The pitcher Sparks off the hill, gets it halfway between the mound and first base, and he'll flip to the bag for the out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the second. Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing. On ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
ESPN Radio, AM 1230.
We go to the second inning, nothing our score. Each team with a first inning hit. It'll be Jack Cust, Andrew Beatty, and Matt Watson, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, due up to face right-hander Chris Buchek. A reminder, all kids 14 and under, have your parents stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet store, located at 5650 South State Street in Murray, and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy. Jack Cust batting an even 300, 13 doubles, a triple, 11 homers, 37 runs batted in. Buchek ready. The first pitch to Cust. 6 down low for ball 1. Cust last night 3 for 5, including a solo homer. 1 ball to count as Buchek delivers. Did he go around on the breaking ball? Yes, he did, says third base umpire Ramon Armendariz. And the count is even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield around towards left. Bright sunshine here on a Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark. Cust holds that bat up high as the 1-1 comes home. Swinging a ground ball foul at the first base side. That man is there to scoop it up, and the count's 1-2. Stingers trying to turn things back around as they've dropped out of first place now for the first time this year. They're a game and a half now behind the Portland Beavers. 1-2 pitch to Cust. Swinging a tap foul to the right of home plate. Still 1-2. Portland hosting Tacoma again. As they left the ballpark, Tacoma had a lead of 4-1, I believe it was, over the Beavers, but the Beavers were able to rally for the victory. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Buchek getting his sign from Mathis for the pitch. Breaking ball low, 2-2 the count. Portland with a 4-run 8th inning to turn things around in their favor. Brad Baker with his league-leading 18th save. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees. Jack Cust called out on strikes, 1 down here in the second. Here's the second baseman, Andrew Beatty. 1 for 5 with a run batted in last night. He's hitting .310 for the year. 9 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 15 runs batted in. It's been a little over a week now since Buchek last worked. Be interesting to see how long he can go. He went 4 innings in his last outing. Again, picking up his first professional save for the Angels against Kansas City. First pitch strike in at the knees, and the count on Beatty is 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Now Buchek's pitch. Way high and outside for a ball, 1-1. Well, you can come to the ballpark soon and maybe win yourself an automobile. Check out the what's happening. Go to StingersBaseball.com for all the details. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back. The count's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes the count on Beatty. A switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Buchek. Now Chris starts his motion, the 1-2. Breaking ball misses low, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Buchek, last year 0-1. Lost his only start against the River Cats. Now the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, right side, backhanded by Sorensen. The underhand lead toss. Oh, perfect lead to Chris Buchek for the out. Boy, hit Buchek right in stride as Chris came to the bag for out number 2. Good play by Sorensen. That'll bring up Matt Watson, the right fielder. Watson hitting .331, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, 24 runs batted in. Hitless in 4 at-bats last night. That moved him from 8th to 10th in the PCL with that .331 average. Chris Stelling of Tacoma leads the league with a .395 batting average. First pitch to Watson, and it sinks down low for ball 1. Last year, Watson hit .305 and was tied for 6th at the end of the year, and runs batted in with 96. 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball inside, 2-0. Good to see Keith Johnson, former Stinger, at the ballpark today. This year he's going to be the hitting coach for the Orem Owls. Here at the ballpark today. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, smashed on the ground, right side. To his left, Speck flags it down in short right and throws to first for the out. Nicely done by Bryan, going far to his left and back. And made the nice play as he had that angle played perfectly. 3 up, 3 down. Go the River Cats in the second, and after an inning and a half, it's Sacramento nothing, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
Do you always feel tired when you wake up? Sleep apnea is a serious illness, and if not diagnosed, could lead to serious health problems. 35% of all people with high blood pressure have sleep apnea. 83% of all people with uncontrollable high blood pressure have sleep apnea. And 70% of people that have had a stroke have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Many people could reduce their chances if they were diagnosed early and got the help they needed to control their sleep apnea. At MedOne Medical, they care about your health and want you to have a healthy life. Can you imagine being diagnosed with diabetes and not doing anything about it? Call MedOne Medical today at 1-800-258-5329. Let them help you with your diagnosis and get you the help you need to have a happy and healthy life. MedOne Medical is the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold, a program created to help patients manage sleep apnea. Call 1-800-258-5329 and get on the road to a happy, healthy life.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. Then 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Trying to go to the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 is our score. Jeff Mathis, the batter, hitting .259. Takes a knuckleball in for a strike, 0-1. 10 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, 23 runs batted in. Now the 0-1. Misses high. That evens the count 1-1. The former Stinger, Joel Peralta, facing a bases-loaded, nobody-out situation in the bottom of the 7th at Boston in a 3-3 game. There's a 1-1 pitch. Knuckleball misses outside, ball 2. Jake Wood started the inning, struggled. Actually, Jared Washburn started the inning. Now the 2-1 pitch to Mathis. Swing and a pop foul with the wind. Take it back on this side of the screen. Jackson drifting back towards the netting. Has a play and makes the catch for out number 1. Thought maybe the breeze would blow that one out of play. So 1 out. Here's Luke Allen, the right fielder, batting .291, 7 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, 30 runs batted in. 0 for 4 at the series opener last night. Actually, Woods did start the inning. He hit Bill Miller. John Olerud single. Joel Peralta gave up a base hit, and now faces a bases-loaded situation. First pitch to Luke Allen is a knuckleball high, ball 1. 0 for 4 last night for Luke. That puts him at 3 for 19 against River Cats pitching. 1-0 delivery, and that one's in at the letters for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the wind by the knuckleballer Sparks the pitch. Swing a little dribbler up in front of the plate. Now down to get it is the pitcher Sparks, who throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Adam Papkovich, the third baseman, batting .273, 8 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 14 runs batted in. Peralta gave up a sacrifice fly to Bellhorn. It's now 4-3 Red Sox in the 7th. So Adam Papkovich, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on base. Wondering what kind of effect this wind coming in would have on the knuckleball. There's a knuckler down low, ball 1. Sparks, I'm sure, has seen and pitched through it all in his 19 years as a professional baseball player. There's a knuckleball in at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Did miss all of the 97 season after having Tommy John elbow surgery. He's had 6 different full years in the majors. The swing and a foul back into the screen, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They're scuffling to score runs these days. Or at least they're getting off to very slow starts. And the knuckleball high, 2-2 the count. A lot of their damage has come late in ball games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Papkovich. Swing at a fastball to miss. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Stingers in the second. And after 2, it remains Salt Lake nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
When a game's on the line and the home crowd's getting restless, there's only one thing you want to see at the plate. Carl Budding thin sliced meats. With 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef, Budding has the variety to handle anything your team throws at it. Convenience like that is always a game winner. And you know you can count on Budding to deliver plenty of power in the taste department. Hey! So pencil Carl Budding into your lineup for a home run every time.
We go to the 3rd inning. 0-0 our score. It'll be Grant Colamarino, Mike Rouse, and Steve Jackson. The bottom 3rd of the order due up for Tony DeFrancisco's River Cats. Colamarino batting .350, 1 triple, 2 homers, and 7 runs batted in. All of those extra base hits as well as runs batted in have come against Salt Lake. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, and the count's 0-1. It's also time for our Abra scoreboard. Pitch on the way. Down low, ball 1. In the PCL, 1 game underway. Fresno leading at Las Vegas 5-1 in the 3rd. A 1-1 pitch. Colamarino takes the slider inside at the knees, ball 2. Other games, Iowa's at Memphis for a doubleheader. Tacoma's at Portland. Round Rock visits New Orleans. Nashville hosts Omaha. Albuquerque's at Oklahoma. And Colorado Springs visits Tucson. Pitch, excuse me, rounded up the first baseline, and Buchek gloves it and tags Colamarino coming up the baseline. Boy, pardon me, something just got stuck in the old craw, and I haven't even had any popcorn. So that'll go pitcher unassisted, one away, and that'll bring up Mike Rouse, the shortstop. Rouse batting .288, 13 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 37 runs batted in. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Red Sox have added 2 more, and they lead the Angels 6-3. Pitch on the way, breaking ball low, ball 1 to Rouse. 8th inning at Minnesota. The Twins lead the Yankees 5-2. The York snapping a 6-game losing streak last night. 1-0 pitch grounded sharply down the first base side and foul. Sorensen a diving stop, but it crossed into foul territory before it had reached the bag. 1-1 the count. Texas 8, Kansas City 1. Looks like another win for Kenny Rogers. That game in the 9th inning. After 5 in Chicago, Cleveland leads the White Sox 3-1. After 1 in Oakland, the A's have jumped on Toronto 5-0. Tampa Bay leads at Seattle 1-0 in the second. Baltimore beat Detroit 6-2. 1-1 pitch, and Rouse lines one into right center field, a base hit. Played on the hop by Luke Allen, and Mike Rouse is aboard with a 1-out single. Hit number 2 in the ball game for Sacramento, and that'll bring up the catcher, Steve Jackson. Batting .179, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. In the National League, they're in the 7th at Houston. The Astros leading St. Louis 6-4. In the 5th at Denver, Cincinnati leads Colorado 4-2. Luchek's pitch, and Jackson takes outside at the knees, ball 1. No score after an inning and a half in New York between the Mets and the Giants. San Francisco's lost 8 in a row. Brewers and Dodgers are tied at 1 at the end of 1 in Los Angeles. Luchek steps off. Rouse started to go, but able to put on the brakes and get back before Buchek can realize it and make a throw. Cubs at San Diego. Later on, the Mets and the Giants play the second game of a doubleheader as well. Now the 1-0. Fastball strike right down the middle at the belt, 1-1. Finals in already. It was Washington doubling up Florida 6-3. Another late rally for the Nationals, 3 in the 7th and 3 in the 8th. Pittsburgh beat Atlanta 5-2. Former Buzzman Matt Lawton with his 6th home run of the year for the Pirates. A 1-1 to Jackson. Swung on and lined into left field, a base hit. Played on the hop by Gorneau. Stopping at second base is Mike Rouse. The runners at first and second, 1 out to the top of the order now, and Freddie Bynum, who reached out an infield single his first time up. Philadelphia at Arizona 7-6. And those are your finals in the National League. A 179 hitter, and Steve Jackson gets aboard, and now 2 on and 1 out for the River Cats here in the 3rd. And now Bynum at the top of the order is up. Infield at double play, depth behind Buchek. Tough to turn 2, though, on the speedy Bynum. First pitch on the way, and Bynum takes a crack at the letters, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Bynum with that infield single in the first extends his hitting streak to 9 games. Buchek ready, the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Mathis on a fastball, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sean Garrett, the left fielder's on deck. Now Chris ready, the 2-strike delivery to Bynum. Swung on and popped up. The infield fly rule in effect, but is taken off as the ball goes foul. But the third baseman Pavkovich with the shades down and the glove up makes the catch for out number 2. So now here's Garrett, who flied out to Gorneau and left his first time up. Buchek's last start for the Stingers came at Oklahoma on the 19th of May. Got roughed up, giving up 7 runs on 7 hits in 4 2/3 innings. Striking out 5 and walking 4. So 2 on, 2 out, and Garrett the batter. First pitch on the way from Buchek. Up high, ball one. 1-0 the count. Chris won his first two decisions against Tucson here on the 7th of April and here against Tacoma on May the 1st. So Rouse at second, Jackson at first, 2 out. Buchek ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Garrett. Swung on and fouled. Back into the screen. That evens the count at 1-1. River Cats have won 4 out of 5 from the Stingers this year. 3 out of 4 in Sacramento, and then last night's game, they hold the edge in the all-time series, 39-30. 1 ball, 1 strike, as they've won 11 out of the 16 in each of the last 2 years. Now Buchek the 1-1. Garrett takes a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Outfield shaded around towards left. Buchek stares in, gets his sign from Mathis. Now Chris ready. From the stretch, checks out the runner at second, the 1-2 home. Slider just missed inside at the knees, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Buchek had already taken a couple of steps towards first base dugout, thinking that was going to be called a strike. But it wasn't, and now the count's even at 2-2. River Cats, the 2-time defending champions, but it's not so much Sacramento as it is the Oakland organization. They've won 5 of the last 9 PCL titles in 3 different cities. Now Buchek ready, the 2-2. Now those in Sacramento may disagree. They think they have everything to do with the championship, but quite frankly, that's not the case. They won 2 championships in Edmonton in 96 and 97 and won the title in 99 when they were based out of Vancouver. 2-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, foul just outside the bag at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of nice people with the Sacramento Ball Club. The attitude that prevails there sometimes is you think that they may be geographically challenged. They don't quite understand the big league club is actually 80 miles west of there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Garrett. No score, top of the 3rd here in the bright sunshine at Franklin Covey Field. Top of the 3rd, 0-0. The runner at second, Rouse. Jackson on at first. Buchek stares in, gets his sign. The wind continues to howl. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a tap foul. Garrett reaching out, getting a piece of it to stay alive. But he wanted to protect himself against an outside corner called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Always know a storm front's coming around here with the strong winds out of the south that precede it. The 2-2 to Garrett. Swing and a fastball and a foul tip into the glove of Mathis for a strikeout. Second strikeout for Buchek, and the River Cats are retired in the 3rd. No runs, 2 hits. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Sacramento 0 and the Stingers 0 on ESPN 1230.
Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine 6 up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks. Tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Feed it with a made-to-order burrito or a pie of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh mix with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Nothing our score. Brian Speck, David Matrenga, Chris Prieto, the 8-9-1 hitters, 2 up. To face the knuckleballer, Steve Sparks. Speck batting .318, 2 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, 4 runs batted in, 0 for 3 last night. Takes a knuckleball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. And Brian just joining the ball club this week after spending 2 months at extended spring training, coming back from a back injury, as there's a knuckleball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Speck. The pitch. Swung on, deep drive to right, hooking down the right field line and going foul. So the count holds at 0-2 as Speck got the barrel of the bat out a hair too soon. A's activate pitcher Kiko Calero from the 15-day disabled list. He was here on a rehab assignment but did not pitch in Salt Lake. They've sent down Seth Etherton to the River Cats. Here's a swing and a line drive towards left, but it hangs up for Sean Garrett, who comes in and makes the bill of the Campi Cats for out number 1. Speck retired. That'll bring up David Matrenga. Matrenga batting .236, 6 doubles, 2 homers, 14 runs batted in. Did not play last night. He's 1 for 6 against Sacramento this year. Padres activate pitcher Woody Williams from the disabled list. Send reliever Brian Falkenborg back to Portland as Matrenga slices the first pitch foul into the seats for strike 1. Cubs activate pitcher Mike Remlinger from the disabled list, and option pitcher Roberto Devoa back to Iowa. The 0-1 to Matrenga. Fastball high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers activate former Angels pitcher Troy Percival off the 15-day DL. 1-1 to Matrenga. Knuckleball strike on the inside corner under the letters. 1-2. Braves have to put pitcher Mike Hampton on the disabled list with tightness in his left forearm. 1-2 to Matrenga. Knuckleball low. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parks ready. The pitch. Long on line, left center field, base hit. Bynum races over to cut it off. He'll hold Matrenga to a long single. Hit number 2 of the ball game for Salt Lake, and that'll bring up Chris Prieto, the center fielder. Prieto grounded out to the first baseman Colomarino his last time up for Colomarino. Sparks in 2001 was voted the Tigers pitcher of the year. He was 14-9 for Detroit. 8 complete games, one of them a shutout, at a 3.65 earned run average for Detroit. 1 on, 1 out. Ginter in on the edge of the grass. Now in a couple of steps at third. The throw to first, and Matrenga is back. Bart missed part of the 94 season when he separated his left shoulder while in spring training, trying to tear a phone book in half. Knuckleball low and inside to the left-hand batter. The count's 1-0. Hopefully he didn't tear the Yellow Pages page that said that had listings for searches. There's a toss to first, and the runner's back. Sparks will be 40 years old on July 2nd. 1-0 to Prieto. Knuckleball in for a strike. 1-1. 59-76 is Sparks' career mark in the big leagues. Middle infielders are a double play depth, and now the throw to first, and Matringa's back. David, 2 out of 4 the stolen base department so far this year. One ball, 1 strike, no score, bottom of the third. Pitch. Prieto swings, grounds one up the middle, pass the diving beauty in the center field, a base hit. Matringa will take the turn at second and advance to third. A bounding ball up the middle that eludes the diving Andrew Beatty going to his right. And so runners are at the corners with 1 out. In number 3 for the Stingers. And now here's Zach Sorensen, who singled to right his first time up. So the Stingers now with their first scoring opportunity with runners at the corners. And 1 out. Matringa able to go from first to third on that base hit. So now Sorensen with a chance to put the Stingers ahead. Sparks ready. The first pitch to Zach. Swung on, fly ball, left center field. Should be deep enough to score the run. Bynum is back. Tagging at third, Matringa. He will score. Prieto had a thought about going to second. Does not. The run scores, and the Stingers take a 1-0 lead. Sorensen's 16th run batted into the air, his third sacrifice fly. He got the job done there. And so it is now a 1-0 Salt Lake lead, and that'll bring up Nick Corneau, who was called out on strikes his first time up. So 2 out. And a runner at first base for Corneau as Sparks delivers a pitch out. Snap throw to first, and Prieto's back in, standing up. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Corneau, who was caught looking in the first. Now Sparks ready. Big lead at first for Prieto. Corneau swings and pops it up foul to the right of home plate. That's going to wind up the upper deck. Gentleman falling over his seat, maintains his focus and makes the catch. Nice play by the fan in section 106. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Corneau. Sparks ready. A throw to first, and Prieto dives back in safely. Chris leads the team in stolen bases with 11. He's been caught 5 times, including his last 3 stolen base attempts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sparks ready. There goes Prieto. The pitch is low for a ball. The throw to second bounces in, and Prieto is safe for the stolen base. That'll be his 12th of the year. And now the Stingers again have a runner in scoring position. 12 stolen bases for Prieto, good for 6th in the league. But his total of 12, half that of the league leader, Kerry Robinson of Portland. So 2-1 now the count on Corneau. Sparks ready. The pitch. Corneau takes a knuckleball in for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, 1 run in for the Stingers here in the bottom of the third as they lead it 1-0. Now the pitch. Corneau takes strike 3 call to the inside corner at the belt, and that retires the side second time. He's been called out on strikes. 1 run, though, on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. At the end of 3, it's the Stingers 1, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Real Men of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Jean Shorts inventor. Mr. Jean Shorts inventor. People insisted that jeans were just pants. Apparently those people underestimated your out-of-the-box thinking. A fashion trailblazer. Casual enough for a barbecue. Formal enough for a family reunion. Your multi-dimensional creation handles both duties with ease. You just said duty. And what should we call your groundbreaking achievement? How about yours? We really love you, Joe. So So crack open a nice cold Bud Light, Mr. Jorts Inventor. If passion's a war, you're fighting dirty. Mr. Jorts Inventor. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
To drinking and drugs. To violence and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
Fourth inning, 1-0 the score in favor of the Stingers. On the sacrifice fly by Zach Sorensen. Now Chris Butchek will face Keith Ginter, Jack Cust, and Andrew Beatty as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Ginter fly to right field. Luke Allen making a sliding catch in right of the first. He then got up and doubled off Freddie Bynum at first base. So Ginter the batter to start things off for the River Cats here in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch on the way. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now the right-hander ready. The pitch. Strike 2 called in at the knees. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Once again coming up. The Saturday night drive here at the ballpark. Chance to win a car. Compliments of the Larry H. Miller Automotive Group and the Salt Lake Stingers. Any more about that right after the 2-strike pitch to Ginter. Swung on and grounded foul. Skipping off the railing in front of the dugout and into the crowd. On June 25th, one lucky fan will win a car. Compliments of Butterfield Ford, and that's just the beginning. Saturday Night Drive will continue for all 5 Saturday home games the rest of the season. So a car every Saturday night home game will be given away here at the ballpark. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swinging another ground foul in front of the fence by the third base dugout. Beginning June 22nd, you'll be able to register at Butterfield Ford or here at Franklin Covey Field for your chance to win. However, you must be present at the game that Saturday night to win that brand new car. No balls, 2 strikes the count, the pitch. Swung on, Ginter lifts it down the right field line, slicing foul and out of play. Again, that starts on June 22nd with the first car to be given away on June 25th. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Keith Ginter, leading things off here in the fourth. For the River Cats as Butchek delivers. Swinging another foul behind home plate, so Ginter making Boot work out there. The count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And every Saturday night the rest of the season after June 22nd, next Saturday night, it will not have started yet against Fresno. The 0-2 pitch, low for a ball, 1-2, but we invite you to come out anyway. As the Stingers take on the Fresno Grizzlies, the first time we've seen the Grizzlies this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now Butchek delivers. Swinging a foul again back into the screen. So it is still 1-2. Don't forget, next Saturday night, June 11th, first 2,500 fans coming into the ballpark will receive a Stingers baseball cap, courtesy of K-Jazz TV. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Butchek delivers. Swing, and guess what? Another foul back behind home plate. 1-2 the count as Ginter continues to pile up the pitch count on Chris Butchek. 1-2 the count. Now Boot delivers. Outside with a breaking ball, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ginter, a PCL All-Star when he first came up through the ranks in the Astros organization in 2001 with the New Orleans Zephyrs. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward short. Petranka charges, glove, throws on the run, and plenty of time to get Ginter. One away here in the Sacramento fourth. That'll bring up Jack Tutt, the designated hitter, called out on strikes his first time up. And the Stingers starting the day in second, a game and a half out. Once again, last year, they really struggled inside their own division. This year is no exception. They're right now 7-12 against Portland and Tacoma combined. They have yet to play Colorado Springs. Stingers won't see them for the first time until June 21st. One out, nobody on. The pitch to Cuss. Swinging a ground ball on 2 up to first. Sorensen's got it. The underhand lead toss to Buchek in time for the out. Ball took a bit of a high hop on Zach, but he was able to stay with it and make the play. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Andrew Beatty, who grounded out to Sorensen his first time up. On that play, Zach went far to his right to backhand the ball and then flipped a perfect toss to Buchek on the run over to first base. So 2 outs, the base is empty for the River Cats here in the fourth as Buchek delivers. Into the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Beatty, acquired by the A's back in December from Philadelphia in the Rule 5 draft. After he'd been signed as a free agent by the Phillies. He had been in the Reds organization his first 7 years. 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul as he bangs that one off his front foot. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Angels trailing Boston still 6-3. That game has gone to the 9th at Fenway. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Beatty. Outfield shaded towards left, the pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed delivery. Beatty out in front of it. The count's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Buchek scares in, gets his sign from Mathis. The pitch. Swinging a foul. Back out of play. The count remains 1-2. Game 3 of this series. Tomorrow night at 7. It's Harmon's Family Night. Mound Dad and the entire family gets in for just $15. Just stop by Harmon's and get your Monday night Family Night voucher. 1-2 to Beatty. Swung on, line towards left center, racing back Prieto, now slows down and reaches out to make the catch and retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, go the River Cats in the fourth, and after 3.5 it remains, Stingers 1 and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Phone Directories Company, a Utah-based company serving Utah communities with great books for over 35 years. Phone books with more usable information, menu guides, coupons, recreation information, area maps, and more. Great directories that have everything you need and always feature our award-winning covers. You can find us serving every county in Utah. Phone Directories Company. Great people, great books, great results. For advertising information, call 1-800-228-0801.
Hey, dude, what do you want to eat for lunch? Burger? Oh, yeah, $6. Had one for dinner last night. Double Western bacon cheeseburger? I had one for lunch yesterday. Superstar with cheese. Breakfast. What about a salad? Dude, salad? Well, a taco salad, you know? A taco salad burger? No, dude, it's like a salad, but with meat. Go on.
Introducing the Green Burrito Taco Salad, now at Carl's Jr. It has meat in it. It's a taco salad with spicy ground beef, cheese, freshly made salsa, and lettuce, served on a bed of beans and a crispy tortilla shell.
So it's a burger, right? Yeah, dude, sure. It's a burger.
The new Green Burrito Taco Salad is not a burger. It's a salad. At all Carl's Jr. locations for a limited time only. Participation may vary.
Right in a frickin' hole. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. It's a Mike Hollywood broadcasting station.
Ryan Gordon on the first pitch of the bottom of the fourth inning. Pops one up into shallow center field. The shortstop Rouse about 35 feet back out. Makes the catch. For out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 away here in the Stingers' fourth. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who fouled out to the catcher Steve Jackson his first time up. 1-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Steve Sparks ready to go. The pitch on the way. And that's popped up. Right side of the infield. Who's going to take it? Beatty, the shades down, the glove up. He'll make the catch. 2 pitches, 2 out. Not much of a breather for Chris Butchik if this keeps up. That'll bring up Luke Allen, who bounced back to the pitcher his first time at bat. Don't forget, for every Stingers home run this season, Siegfried and Jensen will donate $100 to the Utah Special Olympics. Siegfried and Jensen, the law firm for accident victims. The Stingers have hit 47 home runs this year. Surprisingly, only 19 at home and 26 on the road. That makes the total donation so far $4,700. First pitch to Luke. He'll take all the way and take high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. That's the final now in Boston. The Red Sox over the Angels 6-3. Jake Woods takes the loss. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Allen. The count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Sparks pitch. Knuckleball low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Luke. With Adam Pavkovich due next. Outfield, a couple of steps towards left, the 2-1. Allen swings and lines one foul into the upper deck behind third base. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hits are even at 3 apiece, but the Stingers lead the score 1-0. 2-2 to Allen. Swing and a tap foul behind home plate. Knuckleballers few and far between these days. Remember the great line when Bob Uecker was catching for the Braves and Phil Niekro was pitching. Somebody asked Uecker, what's the best way to catch a knuckleball? He says, take your mask off and run back to the backstop to get it. 2-2 pitch to Allen. Swung on and looped foul. Back into the upper deck to our left. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Sparks again delivers. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit and fair past the diving Brett Colomarino down the right field line. Allen will take the turn around first and go to second. The ball tangled up in the chairs. Allen's going for 3. Here's the throw offline. And Allen is safe at third with a triple. That ball hooking down the line past the diving Colomarino. And it got tangled up in the bullpen chairs down the right field line. So Luke Allen has his third 3-base hit of the year. And the Stingers, with 2 out now and a runner at third, have Adam Pavkovich at the plate. Adam struck out swinging his first time up. That's the 4th hit of the ball game for the Stingers off Sparks. A runner at third, 2 out here in the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. Pavkovich swings and lines a base hit into left field. In to score, Luke Allen. It's an RBI base hit for Adam Pavkovich. And the Stingers now lead it 2-0. For Pavkovich, that's his 15th run batted in on the season. So Pavkovich comes through to put the Stingers up by a pair. A runner at first base, 2 out for Brian Specht, who flied out to left his first time up. So Pavkovich with the hit to bring in a run with 2 out. Swinging a ground foul at first base side. Strike 1. Pavkovich now with a 5-game hitting streak working. 1 strike the count on Specht. Oh, and 1 the count on Brian, a switch hitter batting to the left side against the right-hander Sparks. The 0-1 swung on, drilled into center field, a base hit. Pavkovich is going to take the turn and hold the throw in behind him at second base, but it's high, and Pavkovich gets back in safely. So Brian Specht with a single, and now runners are at first and second with 2 out, and it brings up David Petrenga, who singled in the 3rd and eventually came around to score on the sacrifice fly by Zach Sorensen. And now pitching coach Rick Rodriguez will go to the mound to talk things over with Sparks. 3 straight hits for the Stingers after 2 outs. Ola Marino still discussing with the umpire at first, Angel Campos, that he thought it was a foul ball. Pointing into foul territory. Well, that may have been where Cola Marino landed on his dive. The ball actually went right underneath his belly as he overshot the ball. So 2 on, 2 out. And Matrenga the hitter. Matkovich at second, Specht at first. Sparks ready to pitch. Swung on and lofted high into the air into shallow left center field. Sean Garrett coming in, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But the Stingers produced a run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We'll move to the 5th. It's now the Stingers 2 and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
That is amazing.
Pardon me, miss. Are you an Albertsons associate?
No.
Then may I ask what you're doing?
Checking the price.
You're checking the price.
That is correct. Oh, check this price.
What? Where?
Next to the sign that says check the price.
Oh, that's a very good price.
What did I tell you?
Albertsons has lowered the prices on thousands of items shoppers buy most. So come on in and check the price. You're going to love what you see.
Hey, let's check these prices over here.
Sorry, pal. I work alone.
Check the new low prices at Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
I don't see it in there. Nope, not in there either. Have you been looking all over for a credit card with a low interest rate and great benefits? Well, look over here. Isn't it amazing? It's the Cypress Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card. The Cypress Visa Platinum Credit Card has a low 8.9% APR on approved credit. And as a Platinum Preferred cardholder, you receive a reward every time you use your card for purchases. Earn points toward airline miles and brand name merchandise, plus travel insurance and more. Summer is here, and a low rate, no annual fee Cypress Visa could sure help you take a great vacation. So apply today for a Cypress Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card with a low 8.9% APR. You can apply online at cypresscu.com or call our lending center at 260-7700.
Cypress Credit Union. Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the 5th inning, 2-0 Stingers. It'll be Matt Watson, Brent Colamarino, and Mike Rouse, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up for the River Cats here in the 5th inning. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers' defensive alignment coming up. As Nick Corno's in left, Chris Prieto in center, Luke Allen in right, Adam Patkovich at third, David Matrenga at short, Brian Specht at second, and Zach Sorensen at first. Battery of Chris Buchek pitching, and Jeff Mathis catching. The first pitch to Matt Watson is fouled back into the screen for strike 1. Watson grounded out to the second baseman Specht his first time up. Now the line by Buchek, the 0-1. Fastball outside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. Chris, through 4 innings, has allowed 3 hits, no runs. He has struck out 2 and not walked a batter. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on left-handed hitting Matt Watson. The pitch from Buchek, low and outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Don't forget to join us on Friday night, June 10th, when the Fresno Grizzlies are here. The first 2,500 fans will get a Stingers t-shirt, courtesy of Carl Buddick Meats. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, lifted in the air towards left center field. Prieto racing back to the edge of the warning track is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Watson giving that one a pretty good ride, but Prieto able to track it down for the first out. Brings up Brent Colamarino. A little bouncer up the first base side that Buchek loved, and then tagged Colamarino as he came towards him up the line. And after today, there's still 6 teams left on this longest homestand of the year. 2 with Sacramento and 4 with Fresno. First pitch to Colamarino is lifted in the air towards left. Corno going back at the warning track in the wall. It's gone. On opposite field, home run for Brent Colamarino. And it's now 2-1 Salt Lake. Corno looked like he had a beat on it, but eventually ran out of real estate. So Colomarino, his third homer and his 8th run batted in, and they've all come against Salt Lake pitching. For Butchek, that is the 3rd home run that he has allowed this year. Now here's Mike Rouse, who singled to right field, his first time up. Wind or no wind, Colomarino able to leave the yard. Butchek's first pitch to Rouse is a breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Outfield way around towards left for Rouse. The 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball strike on the inside corner above the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Butchek delivers. Swung on, popped up, shallow left. Corno coming on is there, and he'll put it away for out number 2. So Rouse is retired. That'll bring up Steve Jackson, who singled to left his first time up. So Chris Butchek probably won't be around for the 6th. His pitch count's got to be up there. Again, his last outing was 4 innings with the Angels. He's only thrown those 4 innings in a game since the 19th of May. This pitch to Jackson. Fastball outside of the knees, ball 1. So he's got to once again stretch that arm out. As a right-hander is up in the Stingers bullpen. It could be the newcomer, Evan Thomas, who was just brought in from extended spring. More about him after the 1-0 pitch. Tracked in at the knees, 1-1. Thomas pitched well in spring training, according to Dino Evil, but suffered a hamstring injury down there, and he's been at extended spring rehabbing the first 2 months of the season. 1-1 to Jackson, swung on and sliced foul down the right field line into the seats. 1-2 the count. Two to 1 Stingers now. We're in the 5th. Butchek looks in, gets his sign from Mathis. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and a line drive just out of the reach of the second baseman Speck, going to his left. And it's into right field for a base hit, and Jackson is 2 for 2. Hit number 5 in the ball game for Sacramento, and that'll bring up Freddie Bynum, who's reached on an infield hit when Adam Patkovich went to his left, fielded the ball, but as he stepped to throw to first base, his feet went out from under him. Bynum fouled out to Patkovich at third, his last time up. So runner at first base, 2 out. Potential tying run over at first. Butchek's first pitch to Bynum. He shows bunt, lays it down, third base side. Patkovich has it, charges, throws. The first, not in time. Bynum with his great speed able to beat it out. On to second base goes Jackson, and now here's Sean Garrett, who is flying to left and struck out swinging. So the River Cats trying to put together a 2-out uprising, just like the Stingers did in the 4th after 2 out and nobody out. They produced some offense to score a run. At the time gave the Stingers a 2-0 lead. That lead right now 2-1. And it's in danger with runners at first and second, 2 out. Butchek ready. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a foul as Garrett sends a fastball back into the screen for strike 1. Don't forget the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Stingers perform a triple play here at home this season, Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Stingers. 0-1 the count on Garrett. Butchek ready. The pitch. Low and outside. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stingers 2, River Cats 1 here in the 5th. Butchek stares in, gets his sign from Mathis. 6'5" right-hander ready, and the 1-1 pitch. Garrett swings and slices one foul into the seats up into the upper deck in left field. The count's 1-2. Garrett, a switch hitter in the Rockies organization last year, hit .307 in 103 games at Double-A Tulsa, and then a hefty .371 in his Triple-A debut with Colorado Springs. One ball, 2 strikes. Buchek delivers, and it's a breaking ball just a little bit low, 2-2. Tried to throw the backdoor slider that starts outside and tries to bring it back over the corner for a strike, but he just barely missed with it. 2-2 the count. Runner at second, Jackson, the potential tying run. Find him the go-ahead run over at first as the 2-2 pitch comes home. Swung on and a high fly ball down the right field line towards the short porch. Allen in the corner. Can't make the catch, and it bounces away. A fair ball. Jackson and Bynum both score, and Garrett's into second base, and the River Cats take a 3-2 lead. The ball kept drifting towards the corner, and Allen tried to catch it in stride, but just as he got to the ball, he banged into the gate down there, and it bounced away. So the River Cats have taken the lead here in the fifth, 3-2. That'll be ruled a 2-run double. And now the batter, Keith Ginter. 2 of the 3 runs in the inning have come after 2 out and nobody on base. Pitch on the way, a fastball high to Ginter, ball 1. Garrett's 10th double. He now has 29 runs batted in. Now Buchek from the belt ready, the 1-0. Way outside, backhanded by Mathis. The count's even at 2-2. And now Jeff goes out to have a word with Buchek. So a big 5th inning for the River Cats puts Sacramento back out in front. Trying to milk Buchek here if they can through the 5th. Runner at second base, 2 out. Buchek not getting what apparently was a called third strike. Has cost him. Now the 2-0 pitch, swing and a foul back into the screen, 2-1. The count on Keith Ginter. Yeah, one out home run by Cole Marino with 2 outs. Jackson single, Bynum a bunt single, and a 2-run double by Sean Garrett off the gate in right field. 2-1 offering. Fastball outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count with Jack Cust on deck. Buchek stares into Mathis, gets his sign. Now the 3-1 on its way. Swung on and popped up. On the infield in front of second base, Brian Speck comes in behind the mound, makes the catch, and that retires the sign, but the damage has been done. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder, it's Sacramento 3 and the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
We fear it so much that cholesterol-lowering drugs are now the #1 drug in America, and they are not harmless. My name is Andrew Lessman, and as a biochemist, I have searched for over 20 years for a safe method that everyone could use to lower cholesterol. And now, with the discovery of Colox, that search is over. For the first time in history, our government has actually approved a non-drug therapy to lower cholesterol. And unlike other products, the unique ingredient in Colox is approved by the FDA. So I can guarantee that Colox will safely lower your cholesterol 30 points in just 30 days, or it's free.
So call 800-800-FREE to get yours today. That's 800-800-3733. Or visit Colox.com at CHOLOX.com. With Colox, you have nothing to lose but dangerous cholesterol or cholesterol-lowering drugs. So call 800-800-FREE and lower your cholesterol 30 points in just 30 days, guaranteed. Colox is not available in stores.
America First Credit Union has all the financial tools you need to pare down your debt. Choose from convenient home equity lines, low interest rate Visa cards, or simple consolidation loans. Plus, you can make your payments online, over the phone, or inside any of our 62 locations. Visit AmericaFirst.com or stop by any branch today to apply and make your high interest debts a thing of the past. At America First Credit Union, members come first. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Opportunity Lender.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and for the first time this afternoon, the Stingers are trailing. It's 3-2 River Cats. Top of the order due up for Dino Eagles Ball Club. Chris Prieto, Zach Sorensen, and Nick Corneau. Prieto 1 for 2. And Sparks knuckleball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 3-2 River Cats here in the fifth. Now the pitch. Prieto takes a strike on the inside corner under the letters, 1-1. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Sacramento defensive alignment coming up after the 1-1 to Prieto. Knuckleball inside, 2-1 the count. Sean Garrett in left, Freddie Bynum in center, Matt Watson in right. Keith Ginter at third, Mike Rouse at short. Andrew Beatty at second, and Brent Colamarino at first. The battery of Steve Sparks pitching, and Steve Jackson catching. Ginter in on the grass at third to guard against a potential bunt by Prieto. Now Sparks the 2-1. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side, onto the roof, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don't forget, when you attend a Stingers game, all kids under 12 can ride the train out on the Burn sidewalk for just $1. Sponsored by Utah Venture Capital. 2-2 to Prieto, swinging a slow roller to the right side. Beatty charges at second base, gloves and throws to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Jack Sorensen, who has singled and delivered a run with a sacrifice fly. He's 1 for 1. Zach tonight, a guest on Talkin' Sports on Channel 2. One out, bases empty here in the fifth. Now Sparks ready, the pitch. Sorensen runs up, showing bunt, but takes high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Thomas back up in the Stingers bullpen, so we'll see Evan come on in the top half of the 6th inning. 1-0 to Sorensen. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stingers trailing 3-2. They had a 2-0 lead before the River Cats put up a 3 spot in the fifth. As Sorensen swings, lines one into right field that falls in for a base hit. Played on the third hop by Matt Watson, and so Zach Sorensen is 2 for 2. And the Stingers had the tying run at first base with 1 out. Here's Nick Corneau, who's had a tough time with a knuckleball. He's 0 for 2 twice. He has been caught looking at strike 3. A 1 on, 1 out. Sparks ready to pitch. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Sorensen is back. Stingers already with a couple of stolen bases today. Now Sparks ready to pitch. Corneau swings. It's a liner. Caught at third by Ginter. Throw to first base, and they double him off. So much for the inning as no runs are scored on 1 hit, nobody left on base. We go to the 6th. It's Sacramento 3, the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Morris Murdoch Travel can fly you to Hawaii from just $709 complete, including round-trip air and 5 nights accommodations. Just $709 complete. At that price, you can afford to enjoy the aloha spirit in Hawaii, America's premier vacation destination. So it's into the sun and fun of Hawaii from just $709 for air and 5 nights hotel. Valid on select departure dates. Some restrictions apply. Call Morris Murdoch Travel at 1-888-999-4646 for details. Or plan to take the family to Disneyland from just $181 per person, quad occupancy. occupancy, including 3 days and 2 nights at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel and a 3-day Disneyland Resort Park Hopper bonus ticket. Disneyland from just $181 quad, including 2 nights hotel and a 3-day Park Hopper pass. Prices based on 2 adults and 2 children staying in the same room. Some restrictions apply, so call 1-888-999-4646 for details. Hawaii from 109 complete, and Disneyland land packages at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel from 181. Call Morris Murdoch Travel for details.
This is a steak and lobster dinner for $24.99 at a famous seafood place. And this is Sizzler's incredible steak and lobster for just $14.99. Sizzler serving up succulent lobster tail with real drawn butter and our classic half-pound steak fire grilled to perfection, plus all the trimmings. Right now, it's just $14.99. So what does that famous seafood place give you for the extra $10? Coleslaw. Sizzler steak and lobster tail for an amazing $14.99. Your Sizzler today. Great idea.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the 6th inning, and right-hander Evan Thomas makes his Stingers debut. Thomas was down at extended spring training, nursing a hamstring injury that he suffered in spring training. According to manager Dino Eagle, as we mentioned, he had pitched well. Thomas split his time last year between Independent Camden and AAA Buffalo. Was 8-1 for Camden, 3-1 for Buffalo. Plus, in the postseason, he pitched the second round series clinching win and was the starter and winner in the International League's championship game last September against Durham. First pitch to Jack Cos, the fastball high, ball 1. Wrapped up the Governor's Cup Series for Buffalo on September 17th, giving up just 1 run on 5 hits over 8 innings with 8 strikeouts and no walks, and a 6-1 win over Richmond. Breaking ball low and inside, and the count's 2-0 to Cust, who's been called out on strikes and grounded to first. Pitched 8 shutout innings in the elimination game against Durham. 2-0 pitch on the way, swing a ground ball right side. Up with it, Brian Speck to his right has it and throws to first for the out. 1 away here in the River Cat 6. That'll bring up Andrew Beatty, who's bounced to first and fly to center field. Thomas, 5'10", 170. Born in Miami, Florida, calls Pembroke Pines, Florida home. He will turn 31 years old 9 days from now. First pitch to Beatty on the way, and it's a fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Time now for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard after the 0-1 to Beatty. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. Because Abra Auto Body and Glass provides a lifetime written guarantee on all structural and body repairs. They're a preferred provider for most insurance companies. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA today to schedule your appointment. The 0-2 fastball. This is outside at the knees, 1-2. The PCL in the 7th inning at Las Vegas. Fresno leads the 51 7-4. Nothing in yet on anything else as they're just getting started. The 1-2 pitch to Beatty. Swing a ground foul at the first base side. It's still 1-2. Iowa at Memphis for 2. Also Tacoma at Portland. New Orleans hosts Round Rock. Omaha visits Nashville. Albuquerque at Oklahoma. And Tucson plays host to Colorado Springs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Beatty as Thomas deals. Breaking ball to the dirt. 2-2 the count. In the American League, after 7.5 in Chicago, the White Sox and the Indians are tied at 3. In the 5th at Oakland, the A's are pounding Toronto 12-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Beatty. The pitch. Swing a smash past the mound, back to his right. Speck has it, turns and throws to first, not in time. Base hit for Beatty as Beck went far to his right, backhanded the ball, but by the time he could turn and throw, it was off mark and would have been late anyway. So a good effort by Bryan, but runners at first base, 1 out for Matt Watson, who's 0 for 2. Fly to center field his last time up. After 4 in Seattle, Tampa Bay leads the Mariners 4-1. Finals from earlier, Baltimore down Detroit 6-2. Red Sox doubled up the Angels 6-3. Minnesota pounded the Yankees 9-3. And Texas beat Kansas City 8-1. Give you the National League in a moment, but first Thomas is ready, and the pitch to Watson Is a fastball high, ball one. Bottom of the seventh in Denver. The Rockies and the Reds are tied at 5. Top of the sixth at New York in game one of a doubleheader. The Giants and Mets are level at 1-1. Run to first base. The runner is back. Bottom of the fourth in Los Angeles. The Dodgers lead Milwaukee 5-1. In the fourth at San Diego, the Cubs and the Padres are scoreless. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left. Cornell going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. At opposite field, 2-run homer for Matt Watson. And it's now 5-2 Sacramento. For Watson, that'll be his 6th home run of the year. His 25th and 26th runs batted in. Here's Colomarino, who put the River Cats on the board last inning with a home run. Final line on Butchek, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 2 strikeouts, no walks. And leaves as the pitcher of record. The swing and a foul pop-up. Third base side out of play, strike one. Washington doubled up Florida 6-3. It was Philadelphia edging Arizona 7-6. Pittsburgh topped Atlanta 5-2, and the Astros and Roger Clemens beat the Cardinals 6-4. Do you go around? Yes, says home plate umpire Peter Durfee. The count on Colomarino is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Thomas's pitch. Swung on. That's hit in the air to deep left field. Gorno back at the track. Slips a bit. Now comes in to make the catch for out number 2. Ball hit well. And then Nick, as he came in for the ball after going to the track, slipped down the dirt a bit. But he was able to recover and make the catch. Now here's Mike Prowse, who's 1 for 2. He flied out to Gorno, his first time up. Or I should say his last time up. He singled to right his first go-around. First pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle to Rouse for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the pitch. Breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. Well, now we finally have an update on the PCL games. They were late getting the scores in. Sometimes back in New York, they forget that we're playing out here. The 1-1 pitch, curveball inside at the knees, ball 2. First of 2 at Memphis. Iowa winner over the Redbirds 6-2. Nightcap, Iowa leads 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Now the 2-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. Down at Las Vegas in the 7th, Fresno leads the 51s 8-4. The start of Tacoma and Portland has been delayed by rain. Now the 2-2 to Rouse. Swing and a tap foul over towards the third base dugout. 2-2 the count. All the rest of the action under the lights. Round Rock at New Orleans, Omaha at Nashville. Oklahoma hosting Albuquerque, and Tucson entertaining Colorado Springs. Now the 2-2 again to Rouse. Low and inside, a breaking ball, and that fills the count at 3-2. 5-2 River Cats here in the 6th. Stingers getting single runs in the 3rd and 4th, but the River Cats with 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Stingers in danger, if they don't rally in this one, to drop to 500 for the first time this year. 3-2 payoff pitch to Rouse, and it's outside, ball 4. First walk issued by Thomas and by Stingers pitching in the ball game, and that'll bring up Steve Jackson. Came into the ball game hitting 179, and he's 2 for 2. Single to left in the 3rd, single to right, and scored in the 5th. A runner at first base, 2 out, 2 in for Sacramento here in the 6th. The pitch, swing and a fastball to foul back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. And then Thomas ready, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a foul as he took a hack at a fastball. The count on Jackson is 0-2. 97, Thomas led all Philadelphia minor league pitchers with 172 strikeouts. Thomas originally picked by Philadelphia in the 10th round of the 96 draft. Out of Florida International University, the 0-2 pitch is popped up foul, first base side. Sorensen will give it a look, but it's going to land about 6 rows behind the Stingers' dugout. In 2002, he had a big year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, going 10-2 with a 3.90 earned run average, but Phillies never called him up. 76-59 lifetime record in the minor leagues. The 0-2 to Jackson, breaking ball into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Mathis, sliding across to his right. And the count on Jackson is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 the count of the right-hand batter with a runner at first base and 2 out. Thomas ready, and the pitch. Strike 3 called, a late right arm from home plate umpire Peter Durfee retires the side, but 2 more runs come across for Sacramento on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Sacramento 5, the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Susan. Hello, Frank.
Susan? Weren't you just...
Hello, Frank.
Susan, weren't you just out in the parking lot?
Hello, Frank.
What's going on here? I'm seeing Susan everywhere.
Since we got those office machines from Automated Business Products, Susan's been unbelievably efficient. It's like having 12 office managers. And I'm taking Susan 7 out for dinner.
Get unduplicated sales, servicing, and leasing from Automated Business Products, an authorized Savin dealer. Automated Business Products. Work smart, get automated.
Boys, hey, Mikey, is that you? Where's your baseball cap?
Wow, you not only have hair, but you have pretty hair.
Can a guy just get a haircut?
Come into Great Clips and everyone starts talking. Our stylists know all the latest styles, tips, and techniques, so you'll leave with a haircut that's sure to get you some attention.
Sashay your little coiffed self on up to the bar and grab us a couple of brewskis there, Big Mike.
Great Clips. Great haircuts every time, everywhere.
You actually have some really buff cheekbones there, Mikey.
Great Clips sponsors the Utah Jazz Courtside Kids. See salons for details.
Wow, that is amazing.
Pardon me, miss. Are you an Albertsons associate?
No.
Then may I ask what you're doing?
Checking the price.
You're checking the price.
That is correct. Oh, check this price.
What? Where?
Next to the sign that says check the price.
Oh, that's a very good price.
What did I tell you?
Albertsons has lowered the prices on thousands of items shoppers buy most. So come on in and check the price. You're going to love what you see.
Hey, let's check these prices over here.
Sorry, pal. I work alone.
Check the new low prices at Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
ESPN Radio, AM 1230.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Now the River Cats lead by 3 and 5-2. It'll be Brian Gordon, Jeff Mathis, and Luke Allen, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up to face right-hander Steve Sparks. Brian Gordon has started off. He needs a base hit here to extend his hitting streak to 9 games. It stands at 8. He's grounded to the mound and popped to short. Against knuckleballer Steve Sparks. Five runs on 9 hits for the River Cats. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Stingers as Gordon shows bunt and takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Even at the bag at third is Kincher. The pitch swung on and popped up foul. Third base side. The wind should push this one well back deep into the seats, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Say, if you're hungry after the game, bring in your Stingers ticket stub to Sonic and buy 1 delicious hot extra long cheese coney and get a second one free. Get a side order of hot tater tots and wash it down with a cold cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. The 0-2 to Gordon, loop towards left. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Play on the rollout there by Sean Garrett, and Brian Gordon's aboard with a leadoff single. The 8th hit for Salt Lake in the ball game, and that'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who has popped up twice. Once in foul ground to the catcher Jackson, once in right field to the second baseman Beatty. No runner at first base, nobody out. Sparks ready to pitch. Line drive, left center field, base hit. Over to cut it off is Bynum to hold Gordon to second base. But now the first two batters are aboard for Salt Lake here in the sixth inning. That'll bring up Luke Allen, who tripled to right field his last time up as he smashed one right over the first base bag. And the ball got caught up in the bullpen chairs down in right field. So 2 on and nobody out for the Stingers here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Infield double play depth behind the pitcher Sparks as there's a stirring of activity in the River Cats bullpen. First pitch to Allen on the way is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes as a right-hander is up for the River Cats. 1 ball, the count on Allen. Sparks ready to pitch. Got Knuckles in for a strike down the middle, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Marcus Gwynn, a right-hander, throwing for the River Cats. Pitch on the way to Allen, swung on, driven in the air towards right. Will the wind hold it up? No, watch it back. It's up there, and it's gone! A 3-run home run for Luke Allen to tie the game at 5-5. That one into the teeth of the wind, landed on the sidewalk to the far left side of the scoreboard. What a blast by Luke Allen to tie this game up. Wow. His 8th home run of the year. He now has 33 runs batted in. The 8 home runs now lead the Stinger Ball Club. And with that home run, another $100 goes to the Utah Special Olympics, courtesy of Siegfried and Jensen. First pitch into Papkovich is in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Adam drove in a run with a base hit his last time up. Pitch on the way. Papkovich pops it up foul. First base side. Paula Marino over near the railing. Can't get to it. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-5 score now on the home run by Luke Allen. By the way the wind was blowing and where he hit it, it's just amazing that it landed where it did on top of the sidewalk to the far left-hand side of the scoreboard. What a blast. A 1-1 to Papkovich. Knuckleball misses outside, and it's 2-1. So we're back to square one, all tied at 5. The 2-1. Papkovich chops one over the mound. Back to second base. Backhanded by Beatty, who turns and throws, and off the back comes Colamarino. And so Papkovich is safe at first base. Beatty ranging far to his right. Backhanded the ball. Tried to make the off-balance throw, but couldn't get it over there. And so now runner at first base and nobody out for Brian Specht, who's 1 for 2. He singled to center field his last time up, as the Stingers have opened up the 6th inning with 4 straight hits. Sparks ready. And the turn of the throw to first sends Papkovich diving back into the bag. Infield double play depth up the middle. Ginter about even with the bag at third as the first pitch comes home, and Specht takes a knuckleball in under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Well, that takes Chris Butchek off the hook on the decision. The 0-1. Pitch inside a strike, and on to second base with a stolen base is Adam Papkovich. He started, then stopped, and then went again. And the ball popped out of Jackson's glove. The count is 0-2 on Specht, but now the go-ahead runs in scoring position with nobody out. Papkovich with his first steal of the year in 3 tries. Now the spin by Sparks to look Papkovich back to second base. 0-2 the count. Pickoff throw to second base. That goes into center field. Papkovich is going to get up and go to third. That ball looked like he either hit him or scooted right underneath Adam. He made the head-first dive back into second base, realized that Bynum was back in center field, so he had time to get up and go to third on the throwing error by the pitcher Sparks. So now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away with a count of 0-2 on Speck. David Matrenga due next. Infield not quite all the way in. The 0-2 to Speck. Swung on, driven in the air toward left. Garrett going back, still going back. It's off the top of the wall. Patkovich in to score. Speck into second base with an RBI double. And the Stingers have the lead 6-5. A rocket off the bat of Brian Speck, soaring over the head of Sean Garrett in left. And that's going to be all for Steve Sparks. As Tony DeFrancesco, the Sacramento manager, heads out to the mound. And so, a new pitcher coming on, Marcus Quinn. We'll tell you all about him right after this. Time out for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
A Utah-based company serving Utah communities with great books for over 35 years. Phone books with more usable information, menu guides, coupons, recreation information, area maps, and more. Great directories that have everything you need and always feature our award-winning covers. You can find us serving every county in Utah. Phone Directories Company. Great people, great books, great results. For advertising information, call 1-800-228-0801.
This is a steak and lobster dinner for $24.99 at a famous seafood place. And this is Sizzler's incredible steak and lobster for just $14.99. Sizzler serving up succulent lobster tail with real drawn butter and our classic half-pound steak fire grilled to perfection, plus all the trimmings. Right now, it's just $14.99. So what does that famous seafood place give you for the extra $10? Coleslaw. Sizzler steak and lobster tail for an amazing $14.99. Your Sizzler today. Great idea.
Right-hander Marcus Quinn now on to pitch for the River Cats. He'll inherit a runner at second base with nobody out. Quinn making his 22nd appearance of the year for Sacramento. In 27 innings, he's given up 23 hits, 17 runs, 16 of them earned. He has struck out 26 and walked 24. He's hit 6 batters, thrown 5 wild pitches. Went 2-1 with 2 saves and a 5.33 earned run average. The PCL batting .225 against right-hander Marcus Quinn, who got the win against the Stingers back on the 27th in a 1-0 River Cat win. He pitched a scoreless top of the 9th, and then the River Cats got the unearned run in the bottom of the 9th to win it. So now the Stingers leading by a run at 6-5, and now looking for the Geico insurance run with a runner at second base and nobody out. David Matrenga is 1 for 2. He flied out to left field his last time up. A runner at second base, Speck. The first 5 batters have all reached on hits for the Stingers here in the 6th inning. Pitch on the way, fastball strike 0-1. The first time the Stingers score a run after the 5th inning. To add to their lead, Geico Insurance donates $10 to the Air Force Fund. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. Now the 0-1. Matrenga swings and fouls a fastball into the screen, 0-2. Can't close the books on Sparks' line as he's responsible for the runner out at second base. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Matrenga, who's 1 for 2 tonight, or I should say this afternoon. Stingers with a 4-run 6th inning, one of their biggest explosions in a while. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Quinn strikes out the first batter he faces, and there's 1 out here in the 6th. Now here's Chris Prieto, 1 for 3, as the Stingers go back to the top of their order. Chris singled back in the 3rd inning. So Speck still at second base with 1 out. Corners pitching in respecting Prieto's ability to bunt and the speed that he has to go with it. Gwynn ready, and the first pitch to Prieto. Breaking ball inside at the knees, ball one. Gwynn, 6'3", 230 in his 6th season of professional baseball. Hayes drafted him in the 7th round of 2000 out of Rice University. Now Gwynn with a check of the runner, Specht at second base, the 1-0. Prieto takes one inside, and it goes all the way back to the screen. And on to third base goes Brian Specht. With a count on Prieto, 2-0, and now that Geico insurance run is 90 feet away. That's going to be ruled a pass ball. 2 balls, no strikes the count. The infield now in all the way around. With a runner at third, 1 out, and a 2-ball count on Chris Prieto. 7th man to come to bat in the inning for the Stingers. 4 have already come around to score. Wynn ready. Now the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball low. Ball 3. 3-0 the count on Prieto. Stingers leading now 6-5. Second time they've been out in front this afternoon. Now looking to add to that lead with a runner at third, 1 out. The 3-0 pitch to Prieto. Fastball right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to count on Chris, who played for the River Cats in 2003. Was voted their outstanding defensive player of the year. Now the 3-1 to Prieto. Swung on in line, base hit down the left field line, headed towards the corner. Into score, Specht. Prieto takes the turn at first, heads to second base, and he's in standing with a double. And now the Stingers lead it 7-5. Prieto with his 10th double and his 12th run batted in. That will close the books now on Steve Sparks. 5 innings, 12 hits. 7 runs, all of them earned. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 3 and gave up 1 home run. So Prieto on at second base with 1 out, and Zach Sorensen the batter. He's 2 for 2 with a run batted in. First pitch to Zach. Off speed and over for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Wynn stares in, gets a sign from Jackson. The runner bluffs a move, and here's a swing and a line drive, base hit left field. Prieto's going to be waved on in. Here comes the throw by Garrett to the plate. The tag, he's safe. Hit on the throw through. Sorensen takes second. And it's now an 8-5 ball game. A pretty good one-up throw by Garrett in left field, but Prieto slid in ahead of the tag from the catcher, Steve Jackson. So Sorensen 3 for 3, drives in his 2nd run of the ball game. And now Sorensen's at second base, still only 1 out for Nick Corneau. 0 for 3, he was called on strikes his first 2 times up. Then crushed the ball right at the third baseman Ginter his last time up, and it was turned into a double play. Now home plate umpire Peter Durfee out to break up the conversation on the hill as the Stingers have extended their lead here in the 6th inning, and that's your Geico Insurance run of the game. So Sorensen out at second base, still only 1 out. The Stingers with 7 hits in the inning, including a pair of doubles and a home run. Corneau the batter. Gwynn delivers. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. And Brian Thornton started it all off with a single in left field that extended his hitting streak to 9 games. Oh, and 1 the count. Now Gwynn's pitch. There goes the runner to third. The pitch, swing and a miss, and no throw as Sorensen got a huge jump at second base. Zach becomes the first Stinger this year to have more than one stolen base in a game. The count on Gorno 0-2, though, as he swung and missed at the breaking ball. And now the infield once again is drawn in with a runner at third base and one out. Win from the belt, the 0-2 to Gorno. High and inside as he just did lean out of the way in time, and the count's 1-2. And voicing their displeasure over the up and in delivery. Stingers have batted around here in the sixth. Now Gwynn ready, the 1-2 to Gorno. Swing and a miss to the slider. He struck him out. 2 down here in the sixth. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who, as we mentioned, started it all with a base hit to left field. He's 1 for 3 on the day. So a runner at third base, 2 out. The Stingers have scored 6. Now Gwynn ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. 0-1 the count on Brian. Runner at third, 2 out. The infield drops back as the 0-1 comes home. Change up outside a ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And still 2 more days, tomorrow and Tuesday, to enjoy Larry H. Miller's invitation for free tickets to one game for your family. 1-1 to Gordon, popped up foul, slicing out of play down the left field line. 1-2 the count. Go to StingersBaseball.com. Or call 325-BASE, or you can stop by your Salt Lake Valley Albertson store. 1-2 the count on Brian Gordon. Sorensen at third base with 2 out. Marcus Gwynn ready. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him as Brian Gordon jackknifed to get out of the way. Now the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a ground foul. That one heading right down the stairwell and into the tunnel of the Stingers dugout at first base. So the count level at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brian. Wynn ready again. Checks the runner at third. The pitch. Swung on, broken bat roller toward short. Rouse charges, glove, and throws to first in time for the out. But a big bottom of the 6th inning for the Stingers as they put a half dozen on the board on 7 hits. 1 error, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. And so we go to the 7th. It's now the Stingers 8 and Sacramento 5 on ESPN 1230.
Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, I'm Ben, owner of Get Fired Up. With Quest, I get the right communication services to run my business.
When Ben of Get Fired Up wanted to get the right services for his business at the right price, he worked with Quest to build the best bundle to meet his needs. And if Get Fired Up can build a bundle and save up to $20 every month,
you can too.
With a new Quest Choice bundle, your small business can get a business line package, unlimited long distance, and high-speed internet service all on one bill. All for just $103 a month. To build a bundle that meets your needs, call Quest at 1-800-618-5308. That's 1-800-618-5308. That's our spirit of service in action. Bundle price for 3-feature phone package, unlimited long-distance plan, and 1.5 megabits per second DSL. Service not available in all areas. Call Quest for important details and restrictions.
They say it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But at Fast Signs, we know it's how you play the game that makes you a winner. What does Fast Signs bring to the game? Full-service simplicity and superior quality to put your business ahead of the game. Don't settle for the sidelines. Call Fast Signs for the hard
graphics that help your business stand out in a crowd. Fast Signs, sign and graphic solutions made simple. KQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Everybody's going to play a little bit harder.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
A little bit better.
Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
All right, we go to the 7th inning now. Evan Thomas on the mound with a 3-run lead. As the top of the order is due up for Sacramento, Freddie Bynum takes a strike 0-1. Bynum 2 for 3 with a run scored in this one. Stingers with a 6-run 6th inning. Pitch, and it's a fastball in at the knees for a strike. And the count on Bynum is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Now the pitch from Thomas. Breaking ball to the dirt. 1-2 the count on Bynum with Sean Garrett and Keith Ginter to follow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward short. Up with it, Matranga. The long throw across on target and in time for out number 1. So Bynum retired. That'll bring up Sean Garrett, who put the River Cats ahead in the 5th with a 2-run double. The 6-run inning for the Stingers. They've had a couple of 5-run innings lately, but the last time they scored at least 6 is when they had that 11-run inning on April the 25th at home against Portland. First pitch to Garrett, swung on line, and it's a base hit into right field. Played on the rollout there by Luke Allen, and so Sean Garrett's aboard with a 1-out single. So now here's Keith Ginter, who's 0 for 3. Popped up to the second baseman, Specht, his last time up. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the River Cats. There's a breaking ball in at the knees for a strike. 0-1 to Ginter. No balls, 1 strike. Stingers with a 6-run 6th inning to take the lead. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Luke Allen with a 3-run homer. He's also tripled in the ball game. Evan Thomas on the mound, making his Stingers debut after being down at extended spring, rehabbing a hamstring injury the first 2 months of the season. Now the 0-2 to Ginter. Curveball, strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knees. Second strikeout for Evan Thomas, and there are 2 down here in the 7th inning. Stingers 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. So 2 outs, a runner at first base for Jack Cust, who's been called out on strikes, grounded to first, and bounced to second base. So 2 out, a runner at first base. Stingers leading 8-5. Thomas delivers, and it's high and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. And tomorrow night is 7 o'clock start. Family night. Mom, Dad, and all the kids in the household. Up to 7. Get in for just $15. Get your voucher for Harmon's Family Night. That's your neighborhood Harmon's. The 1-0 pitch to Cust. Fastball outside at the knees. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Runner at first base. 2 out. Thomas ready to pitch. High ball 3. 3-0 the count. Andrew Beatty is due next. And wind still blowing straight in from right field. Now the 3-0 pitch to Cust. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 3-1. Stingers trying to avoid dropping to the even 500 mark for the first time this year. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Thomas set the 3-1 to Cust. Curveball low and inside, ball 4. Now runners are at first and second base with 2 out. And the batter will be Andrew Beatty. Reached on an infield single his last time up and scored on the home run by Matt Watson. At the time, they put the River Cats ahead 5-2. So 2 on and 2 out, but that means the potential tying run is now at the plate. 8-5 Stingers here in the top half of the 7th inning. Thomas's pitch swung on, chopped to the right side. Up with it, the first baseman Sorensen. The underhand lead toss to Thomas. In time for the out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union with a score. Stingers 8, Sacramento 5 on ESPN 1230.
Next time you're looking for a dominating performance at the plate, look to your fridge for Budded Deli Cuts. With our exclusive zip pack slider, you know you can count on them to be fresh when you need them, game after game. And with 6 premium flavors, it's like being able to throw the meat of the order out there 2 times in a row. That's the kind of variety any manager would love. It's no wonder Budded Deli Cuts are such a fan favorite. And they're waiting for a tryout right now at your favorite grocer.
Morris Murdoch Travel can fly you to Hawaii from just $709 complete, including round-trip air and 5 nights accommodations. Just $709 complete. At that price, you can afford to enjoy the aloha spirit in Hawaii, America's premier vacation destination. So it's into the sun and fun of Hawaii from just $709 for air and 5 nights hotel. Valid on select departure dates. Some restrictions apply. Call Morris Murdoch Travel at 1-888-999-4646 for details. Or plan to take the family to Disneyland from just $181 per person, quad occupancy, including 3 days and 2 nights at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel, and a 3-day Disneyland Resort Park Hopper bonus ticket. Disneyland from just $181 quad, including 2 nights hotel and a 3-day Park Hopper pass. Prices based on 2 adults and 2 children staying in the same room. Some restrictions apply, so call 1-888-999-4646 for details. Hawaii from $109 complete, and Disneyland land packages at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel from $181. Call Morris Murdoch Travel for details.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Jeff Mathis, Luke Allen, and Adam Papkovich. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up to face right-hander Marcus Gwynn, who came on in relief of Steve Sparks last inning. He was charged with 1 of the 6 runs given up. Pitch on the way, and Mathis pops it up foul. First base side of home plate, not a play. Strike 1. In the 7th inning stretch brought to you by America First Credit Union. Click, call, or stop by the branch for any financial need you might have at America First Credit Union, where members' needs come first. The wind has turned everything around here. There's a pitch that misses low for a ball, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss to the fastball. 1-2 the count on Mathis. Jeff in the ball game, 1 for 3. Single to left center field in that big 6-run sixth. Now Gwynn ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss to the curveball. He struck him out. 3rd strikeout already for Gwynn. The 6th for Sacramento pitching in the ball game. Here's Luke Allen, who tripled and scored in the 4th. In a big 3-run home run in the 6th to tie the game at 5-5. Took over the team lead with his 8th home run of the year. Eyes Nick Gorneau for the team lead and runs batted in at 33. First pitch, fastball is strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Watson, Colomarino, and Rouse, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the River Cat order, due up in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Fastball foul, back over the roof and out of play. And the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And 7 o'clock starts tomorrow and Tuesday against Sacramento. to wrap up the series. 0-2 pitch to Allen. Swing and a miss at a pitch away. Another strikeout for Gwynn. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who's 2 for 3. River Cats return to Salt Lake in August. Stingers go back to Sacramento in 4 weeks. So 2 out, nobody on here in the 7th. 4 of the 5 outs recorded by Gwynn have been by a strikeout. Rain delay over in Portland. Tacoma and the Beavers scoreless in the bottom of the first. Pavkovich takes a curveball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on the right-hand batter. Now Gwynn's pitch. Swing and a miss and a slider away, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander up at the Sacramento bullpen. Now Gwynn ready. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball behind the bag at third, and a fair ball down the left field line. That one somehow eluded. Gets her at third. Pavkovich takes the turn at first and heads to second base with a double. His 9th double of the year and his 3rd hit of the ball game. So runner at second base, 2 out for Brian Specht, who's 2 for 3. Pavkovich with his 8th multiple hit game, his first 3-hit game. So a runner in scoring position with 2 out. That's the 3rd hit off of Gwynn, the 15th hit of the ball game for the Stingers. First pitch from Gwynn to Specht is down low. A curveball, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now Gwynn ready from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball inside at the knees. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Beck doubled in a run in the 6th inning. Matter of fact, that RBI double brought home the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. He eventually came in to score on a Chris Prieto double. Now Gwynn ready. The 2-0 pitch to Specht. Going on, tapped over the mound near second base. Cutting across the shortstop. Rouse has it and throws to first for the out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 8th. It's the Stingers 8 and Sacramento 5 on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Fraser's birthday is a celebration of maturity.
What a jolly world I was born into.
A soiree for the season.
Birthdays can be anxiety-provoking, especially for people of a certain age. I am not of a certain age.
And the straw that broke the camel's...
My back! It's completely seized up.
Did someone say over the hill?
I'm not going to wear anything called a girdle. What am I calling a back brace? Get it?
On Fraser.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11 on KJazz TV.
The 8th inning, 8-5 in favor of the Stingers. It'll be Matt Watson, Brad Colomarino, and Mike Rouse, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, to face Evan Thomas. Watson hit a 2-run homer off of Thomas his last time up. Off-speed pitch. He's down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Prior to that, he had grounded to second and fly to center. 12,447 the attendance here on a Sunday afternoon. And other than maybe a couple of holiday fireworks shows, it's probably the largest Sunday crowd that we've ever had here at the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Watson. Thomas delivers a breaking ball. Did he go around on the check swing? No. It's his third base umpire, Ramon Armendariz. The count's 2-1. Jonathan Rauenhorst up in the Stingers bullpen. There's a pitch, swinging a ground ball, foul. First base side. Oh, a tough play, but a nice one made by netman along the first base side. He handled that fishing net like it was a lacrosse stick. Made a nice play. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Watson. Now Evan Thomas into his third inning of work. The pitch. Curve ball is low, ball 3. 3-2 the count on Watson. And the bullpen a little bit worn down. Maybe the 2 newcomers, Rauenhorst and Thomas, can fill some innings. Stingers were short-handed with only 5 relievers in the entire bullpen recently. Change up, strike 3 called on the outside corner above the knees. Watson was ready to toss his bat aside and go to first base, thinking that was ball 4. That is the 3rd strikeout for Thomas, and there's 1 down here in the 8th. That'll bring up Colomarino, who's 1 for 3 that won a solo homer to the opposite field and left. Back in the 5th inning. First pitch to him is in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Colomarino has been tough on the Stingers. Adding an even 400 since joining Sacramento. From Midland, here's a swing and a high fly ball left field. Corneau on the track. Now comes up a couple of steps and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. That'll bring up Mike Rouse, who's 1 for 2. He walked his last time up. We're at the top of the 8th. Stingers leading by 3 at 8-5. An 8-5 ball game here. Stingers with a big 6-run 6th inning to go out in front. Now the pitch. Change up outside above the knees. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Evan Thomas delivers, and it's a breaking ball strike in the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Rouse. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Evan Thomas with a little hiccup there in the 6th inning, but has been strong so far. The 1-2 pitch on the changeup. Rouse reaches out and gets a piece of it to stay alive. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Thomas's pitch. Swung on, pulled it to right field, a base hit. Rouse with his 2nd hit of the ball game, and that is the 11th hit for Sacramento in the afternoon. Now here's Steve Jackson, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles, and he's been called out on strikes. So 2 out, a runner at first base. Thomas's pitch. Swung on and popped up. Behind second base, who's going to take it? The wind pushes it back on the infield grass, and Matranga tries to make the basket catch and drops it. And now runners are at first and third. The wind looked like that ball was going to go behind second base. The wind pushed it back. Matranga racing in. tried to make the basket catch and dropped it. So now runners at first and third on the error by Matringa. And now here's Freddie Bynum, who's 2 for 4. Left-hander Rowenhorst ready in the bullpen. It looks like they're going to have Thomas face him here. So runners at first and third, 2 out. The pitch to Bynum, a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Stingers 8, River Cats 5 here in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Bynum swings it to chopper up the middle. The second baseman Speck fields it, steps on the bag at second for the force on Jackson, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Stingers 8, Sacramento 5 on ESPN 1230.
Tired when you wake up. You feel exhausted during the day. Have you ever dozed off in a meeting or while watching TV? If you answered yes, you may have sleep apnea. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep apnea and don't even know it. The professionals at MedOne Medical can help you get the sleep you need. It is amazing how well you feel when you get a full night of refreshing sleep. Sleep Smart Gold is a proven program designed specifically for people with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be more harmful than just a poor night's sleep. High blood pressure and other cardiovascular complications are being diagnosed more and more frequently in patients with this disorder. A high percentage of these patients can be treated by addressing sleep apnea. If you suspect someone might have sleep apnea, call the professionals at MedOne Medical at 800-258-5329. With the help of a doctor, a program will be designed for you to obtain a golden night's sleep. Call MedOne Medical and find out how Sleep Smart Gold can help you get the sleep you deserve. Call today, 1-800-258-5329.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
ESPN Radio. We go down to the bottom of the 8th inning, and right-hander Jairo Garcia comes on to pitch now for the Sacramento River Cats. Garcia is coming on for the 12th time this year. In 12 innings, he's given up 13 hits, 13 runs. 8 of them earned. He has struck out 19 and walked 7. Garcia 1-4 with 4 saves with an ERA of an even 6. The PCL batting .265 against Garcia. It was 1 week ago today. Garcia gave up 4 runs in the 9th inning. To give the Stingers a come-from-behind 4-2 win over the River Cats that was capped off by a pinch-hit 3-run home run by Brian Gordon. David Matringa, Chris Prieto, Zach Sorensen due up. Marcus Quinn went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He did not walk a batter, and he struck out 4. So Garcia ready to go. And the first pitch on the way to Matringa. Fastball high, ball 1. Matringa 1 for 3, struck out swinging his last time up. Stingers leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch on the way, misses downstairs for ball 2. 2-0, the count on Matringa. Eight runs, 15 hits, 1 error for Salt Lake. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the River Cats. 2-0 pitch on the way is popped up foul. First base side, back into the seats out of play. 2-1 the count. 12,447 in attendance here today. Now Garcia, the 2-1. Matringa swings at a fastball and fouls it back to the base of the screen, and the count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the ninth, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Sean Garrett, Keith Ginter, and Jack Cuss due up for the River Cats. The 2-2 to Matrenga. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. One down here in the 8th. That's the 8th strikeout for Sacramento pitching in the ball game.
Number 1, Chris Prieto.
So now Prieto at the plate. He's had a 2 for 4 afternoon, including a double and a run batted in. So 1 out, bases empty. Now Garcia's first pitch to Prieto. Breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now Garcia ready. He's 6 feet tall, 164 in his 6th year from the Dominican Republic. 1-0 to Prieto, swung on and lifted in the air to right center field. Freddie Bynum, the center fielder, coming in. He's there, and he'll put it away for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Zach Sorensen. Nice afternoon for Zach. 3 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. Drove in 1 run with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Drove in the final run of that 6-run 6th inning with a base hit to left field. The 2 outs, bases empty for Zach. First pitch on the way is in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Zach trying to become just the 2nd Stinger this year to have a 4-hit game. I should say the 4th to do so. J.C. Kotzman, Jeff Mathis, and Prieto himself. On April the 16th at Tucson, the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, first base side, and foul. 0-2 the count on Sorensen. And that strong wind has been around all game long, and it's had its effect on a few plays. And 2 the count on Sorensen. Garcia ready. Taking too much time. Now he's set. The 0-2 pitch to Zach. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. The Stingers are up and down in order in their half of the 8th. As we go to the 9th, it's the Stingers 8 and Sacramento 5 on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, this is Mitch Jensen of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get the sheet fixed up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
All right, we go to the 9th 10th inning. Jonathan Rauenhorst comes on for the Stingers to try to close it out. It's an 8-5 Stingers lead. Jonathan making his second appearance for Salt Lake since coming up from Double-A Arkansas. Rauenhorst got the win in relief here the other night against Portland. Pitching his scoreless 9th inning in a 5-5 game. And then the Stingers on Zach Sorensen's base hit to right won it 6-5. Now he is in position for possibly his first career Triple-A save. He's got some tough batters to face, though, in Sean Garrett, Keith Ginter, and Jack Cutt. First pitch, a breaking ball inside and off the glove of the catcher Mathis for ball one. Garrett 2 for 4. He doubled in 2 runs in the 5th. Cleveland got a Travis Hafner home run in the top of the 10th inning. Take a 4-3 lead on the White Sox in Chicago, but Frank Thomas hit his first home run of the year in the bottom of the inning to tie it up again, and they're going to the 11th as Thomas delivers a strike to the knees on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rauenhorst with that right leg kick that looks like the hand on a grandfather clock swinging back and forth. Now the 1-1. Fastball outside, and it's 2-1. A lot of arms, a lot of legs. Rauenhorst in 22 appearances for Arkansas. A couple of saves, a 2-1 record. Here's a swing and a ground ball foul past the bag at third. The count's even on Garrett at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rauenhorst 6'1", 180. 25 years old, lives in Anaheim, California. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Sean Garrett, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Rauenhorst. The 2-2. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left center field. Prieto drifting back, now waiting for it, comes in a few steps and makes the catch for out number 1. So Garrett retired, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. That'll bring up Keith Ginter, who's 0 for 4. Called out on strikes his last time up. Again, the starters, Sparks for Sacramento and Evan Thomas out of the bullpen for the Stingers, are the current pitchers of record. Breaking ball low, ball 1 the count on Ginter. Stingers trying to even up this series with the River Cats at 1 win apiece. A 1-0 pitch on the way, in at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. Stingers with Gordo, Prieto, and Allen in left, center, and right. Mankiewicz, Petrenga, Specht, and Sorensen, the infield third to first. Rauenhorst pitching and Mathis catching. The 1-1 on its way. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Rauenhorst into his windup, the 1-2. Fastball outside to the right-hand batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Rauenhorst with 31 saves over the last 2 years between Rancho Cucamonga and Double-A Arkansas. Here's a swing and a 2-hopper towards third. Scooped up by Patkovich coming in into his left. Throws to first in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Now here's Jack Cost, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Jonathan Rauenhorst 1 out away from sending 12,447 home happy. Well, with the exception of a couple of Oakland A's fans who feel that they have to root for Sacramento, unless, of course, they're originally from California, then I can understand it. 2 out, nobody on. The pitch to Cup. A little bit low. Ball 1. Just missed at the knees of the outside corner. Looked like it caught the corner, but may have missed a hair low. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Cust. The pitch. Way outside and over the glove of Mathis, back to the screen. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Rauenhorst attended Biola University in La Ramada, California. The 2-0. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Ball 3. 3-0 to count. Worked a scoreless inning in last year's Texas League All-Star game. 3-0 pitch to Cust. Fastball in at the knees, 3-1. Andrew Beatty is due next. Looks like the Giants may end that 8-game losing streak. They're out in front of the Mets 6-1 in the 8th inning at Shea. 3-1 pitch, breaking ball low, ball 4. So the River Cats still with a breath with a runner at first base and 2 out, and Andrew Beatty the batter. Beatty 1 for 4. Reached on an infield single and scored in the 6th inning. So 2 out, nobody on base. I should say a runner at first base. The pitch on the way. In one of those afternoons, there's a fastball in at the knees for a strike 0-1. It started this morning. So counts at first with 2 out. A 1-strike pitch from Rauenhorst to Beatty. Breaking ball outside. Backhanded by the catcher Mathis. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stingers have out hit the River Cats 15-11. Each team has committed an error. The 1-1. Swung on, tapped towards third. Pavkovich to his left. Flipped to second base, and Brian Speck for the force out. And the Stingers have won it. 5-4 on the force out. A nice come from behind win for the Stingers with a big 6-run, 6th inning rally from a 3-run deficit. So in the 9th, no runs, no hits. A walk and 1 runner left on base. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 8 and the Sacramento River Cats 5. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Feed it with a Monte made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh next with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
Too freaky and gross. Too violent and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of today's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. 12,447 watching the Stingers rally with a 6-run bottom of the 6th inning to defeat the Sacramento River Cats by a score of 8-5. Stingers now 29-27 on the year, while the River Cats dropped to 31-27. River Cats, though, with a 4-2 edge in the season series at this point. Here are the final totals for Salt Lake. 8 runs on 15 hits, 1 error, and 6 runners left on base. for the River Cats. 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 9 men left on base. The winning pitcher, Evan Thomas, in his Stingers debut. He's now 1-0. Steve Sparks, the loser, 2-3. And Jonathan Rowenhorst records his first career AAA save with a scoreless 9th inning. Time of the game, 2 hours, 38 minutes as the Stingers erupted in the 6th. 5 different players with multiple hit games for the Stingers. Chris Prieto, 2 for 5 with a run batted in. Zach Sorensen, 3 for 4, 2 RBI. Luke Allen, 2 for 3 with a triple, a home run, and 3 runs batted in. Adam Pavkovich, 3 for 4 with a run batted in. And Brian Speck, 2 for 4 with an RBI. As 8 out of the 9 hitters in the starting lineup had at least 1 hit for Salt Lake. But they needed that big eruption after they had let a 2-0 lead get away. The River Cats with 3 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th to go up 5-2. For the Stingers had that big comeback in the bottom of the 6th. We'll recap it during our audio replays coming up later on in the broadcast. So the series now even at 1 apiece. Game 3 comes your way tomorrow night, 7 o'clock game time, as the Stingers will send to the mound left-hander Corey Lee. Southpaw Mario Ramos will go for the River Cats. So we hope to see you out at the ballpark tomorrow on Harmon's Family Night. Go to Harmon's, pick up the Family Night voucher. You can get up to 7 family members in for just $15. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Abra out-of-town scoreboard after this on ESPN 1230.
Budding deli cuts are the cure for the common sandwich. And now you could also win the cure for the common kitchen. It's a complete kitchen makeover with amazing appliances from Bosch and Chef Catalog. Just look for your game piece in packages of Budding deli cuts and check your number online at budding.com to see if you've won. You could be the proud owner of a state-of-the-art kitchen makeover, or you could win gift certificates of $20 or even $500. Enter for a chance to win your cure for the common kitchen today.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified. Maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling. And catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. with Ian Fitzsimmons and Coach Tom Nasalki on Jazz Talk.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Beat it with a Monza made-to-order burrito or a Pilo rippin' fish taco. It's fast, super tasty fresh next with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Fraser's birthday is a celebration of maturity.
What a jolly world I was born in.
A soiree for the season.
Birthdays can be anxiety-provoking, especially for people of a certain age. I am not of a certain age.
And the straw that broke the camel's
my back. It's completely seized up.
Did someone say over the hill?
I'm not going to wear anything called a girdle. What if I call it a back brace? Get it?
On Fraser.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11 on KJazz TV. ESPN Radio. AM 1230.
And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers rallied with 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to defeat the Sacramento River Cats this afternoon by a final score of 8-5. Now it's time to check out the rest of the scores around the PCL as well as Major League Baseball on our Abra post-game scoreboard. Why is Abra Auto Body and Glass America's most recommended collision repairer? Maybe it's their commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train their technicians than anyone in the industry. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. In the Pacific Coast League, in the first game of a doubleheader at AutoZone Park in Memphis, the Iowa Cubs defeated the Redbirds by a score of 6-2. The nightcap is tied 1-1 in the 8th inning at Memphis. Over in Las Vegas, Fresno defeated the 51s this afternoon by a score of 10-8. 4 home runs for Fresno, including newly acquired outfielder Doug DeVore, who had a pair for the Fresno Grizzlies. At Portland, Beavers batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning trailing 2-0 to Tacoma, got solo homers from Ben Johnson and J.J. Fermaniak, and it's now a 2-2 ball game. The start of the Round Rock New Orleans game down in the Big Easy's been delayed by rain. Later on, Omaha's at Nashville. Albuquerque visits Oklahoma, and Tucson entertains Colorado Springs. In the American League, the White Sox scored 2 runs in the 7th to tie Cleveland at 3-3. Travis Hafner homered in the top of the 10th to put Cleveland ahead 4-3. Frank Thomas homered in the bottom of the 10th to tie the game at 4. Chicago now batting in the bottom of the 11th, still tied up at 4 apiece. At Seattle, they're tied. The Mariners and Tampa Bay 5-5 after 8 innings. The rest of the American League games have been completed. As Baltimore down Detroit 6-2, the Red Sox doubled up the Angels 6-3. At Kansas City, Kenny Rogers moved his record to 8-2 with an 8-1 win over the Royals. Minnesota pounded the Yankees 9-3. New York has now lost 7 of their last 8. And it was Oakland ripping Toronto 12-4. In the National League, they're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. At New York, the Mets trailing San Francisco 6-1 in the first game of a doubleheader. In the top of the 7th at Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead the Brewers 9-6. In the 8th at San Diego, the Cubs lead the Padres 3-0. Finals, Washington beat Florida 6-3. It was Pittsburgh getting by Atlanta 5-2. Philadelphia topped Arizona 7-6. It was Houston and Roger Clemens beating the Cardinals 6-4. Rogers' eyes must have been wide-eyed after the Astros scored 5 runs for him in the first inning, particularly after he gave up 3 in the top of the first. And Colorado beat Cincinnati by a score of 8-6. And that's your Abra scoreboard. Back with the scoring highlights right after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
My name's Brian, and I've been suffering from psoriasis and eczema for over 15 years. And this product, Skin Zinc, is the only treatment I've used that actually works. I love it because there's no steroids. You just spray it on, and it works. It's like having brand new skin.
I'm Janine, and I just want to tell everyone out there that Skin Zinc is amazing. I don't itch, no more bleeding, and I haven't had a flare-up since I started using it. Look, I'm in a T-shirt and shorts. I finally have a social life again. Just try it. It works. Believe me.
My name is Mark, and I've used everything there is to treat the dry, flaky skin on my arms. Skin Zinc is the only product that's helped. I don't know why doctors don't have this, but I'm telling you, they don't. It's really the closest thing to a medical miracle.
Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial of Skin Zinc at 1-800-693-1454. Guaranteed results. Call 1-800-693-1454. Active ingredient is FDA approved. Instant satisfaction. 1-800-693-1454. That's 1-800-693-1454.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. The Stingers grabbing a 1-0 lead at the bottom of the third when David Matrenga singled to left field in the third. Chris Prieto singled, moving Matrenga from corner to corner. Putting runners at first and third. Zach Sorensen sacrifice fly, scored Matrenga to make it 1-0 Salt Lake. Then in the fourth with 2 out, Luke Allen tripled down the right field line, bringing up Adam Papkovich. Pitch on the way. Patkovich swings and lines a base hit into left field. In to score, Luke Allen. It's an RBI base hit for Adam Papkovich. And the Stingers now lead it 2-0. So a 2-0 Stingers lead, but Sacramento came right back in the top of the fifth to take the lead with 1 out. Brant Colamarino, an opposite field home run to left to make it a 2-1 game. Then with 2 outs, Steve Jackson singled to right. Brenny Bynum laid down a bunt single, putting runners at first and second with 2 out for Sean Garrett. Runner at second, Jackson, the potential tying run. Bynum the go-ahead run over at first as the 2-2 pitch comes home. Swung on and a high fly ball down the right field line towards the short porch. Allen in the corner. Can't make the catch, and it bounces away. A fair ball. Jackson and Bynum both scored, and Garrett's into second base, and the River Cats take a 3-2 lead. So 3-2 Sacramento at that point. That would be all for Chris Butchek. Evan Thomas would come in, making his first appearance in a Salt Lake uniform, and with 1 out, Andrew Beatty reached on an infield single, bringing up Matt Watson. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left. Cornell going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. An opposite field 2-run homer for Matt Watson, and it's now 5-2 Sacramento. So a 5-2 ball game in favor of the River Cats. Things weren't looking up for the Stingers at that point, but they came back strong in the bottom of the 6th as Brian Gordon led off with a single to left. Jeff Mathis a single to right, and that brought up Luke Allen. Allen swung on, driven in the air towards right. Will the wind hold it up? No. Watson's back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Luke Allen to tie the game at 5-5. That ball landing against the wind on the sidewalk just to the left of the scoreboard in right center field. Quite a poke by Luke Allen. That tied the game at 5, but the Stingers weren't done. Adam Pavkovich reached on an infield single, stole second, moved to third on an errant pickoff attempt by the pitcher Sparks, putting him 90 feet away from pay dirt with Brian Speck at the plate. Infield not quite all the way in. The 0-2 to Speck. Swung on, driven in the air towards left. Garrett going back, still going back. It's off the top of the wall. Pavkovich in to score. Speck into second base with an RBI double, and the Stingers have the lead 6-5. So 6-5 Stingers at that point. Speck would eventually move to third on a fastball and score on Chris Prieto's double to left. Prieto then scored on Zach Sorensen's single to cap off the 6-run inning. And the Stingers have the win over the River Cats by a final score of 8-5. So the series 1-1 after the first 2 games. Game 3 comes your way tomorrow night, and we'll preview it for you after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Feel tired when you wake up? Sleep apnea is a serious illness, and if not diagnosed, could lead to serious health problems. 35% of all people with high blood pressure have sleep apnea. 83% of all people with uncontrollable high blood pressure have sleep apnea. And 70% of people that have had a stroke have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Many people could reduce their chances if they were diagnosed early and got the help they needed to control their sleep apnea. At MedOne Medical, they care about your health and want you to have a healthy life. Can you imagine being diagnosed with diabetes and not doing anything about it? Call MedOne Medical today at 1-800-258-5329. Let them help you with your diagnosis and get you the help you need to have a happy and healthy life. MedOne Medical is the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold, a program created to help patients manage sleep apnea. Call 1-800-258-5329 and get on the road to a happy, healthy life.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Real Men of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Jean Shorts Inventor. Mr. Jean Shorts Inventor. People insisted that jeans were just pants. Apparently those people underestimated your out-of-the-box thinking. A fashion trailblazer. Casual enough for a barbecue. Formal enough for a family reunion. Your multi-dimensional creation handles both duties with ease. You just said duty. And what should we call your groundbreaking achievement? How about yours? We really love you more. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Jorts Inventor. If fashion's a war, you're fighting dirty. Mr. Jorts Inventor. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Franklin-Covey Field, where the Stingers rally with a 6-run six to defeat the River Cats by a score of 8-5. Game 3 of the set comes your way tomorrow night. It'll be left-hander Corey Lee with a record of 4-2 going for the Stingers against southpaw Mario Ramos for the River Cats. His record is 3-2. And game time, 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:40 with the On Deck Circle. Our thanks to Chris Hagan back in our studios here in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for making us a part of your Sunday afternoon. In 2 hours, 38 minutes, and in front of 12,447, the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 8 and the Sacramento River Cats 5. I'm Steve Klauke saying, have yourself a pleasant evening, and so long to the ballpark.
The 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.